Hello. Hello, hello. How are we all doing today? How are we doing? Welcome, Poi. Welcome, Fused. Welcome, welcome. Give me a moment. How are we all doing? Dustborn on Wednesday. How about that? How about that? Big yawn. Jeez. Hungry for some new corn? But are you hungry for the Dustborn? For it being airborne? How hungry are you? Boy howdy, we sure are back. I'm gonna change screens. Oh, that's not the right, that's not the right one. Man. See you guys. See you later, everybody. Man, you miss one stream. You miss one regular stream and you're already, you lose fucking everything, you know what I mean? See ya. Yeah, welcome everybody. Yeah, I'm doing alright today. Monday was a little rough, you know. It's life is what it is, you know what I mean? I haven't ran out of it is what it is yet, so we're just gonna keep saying it is what it is. And then one of these days it won't be what it is, and then I guess that'll be different. But yeah, today I think we're good though. So I didn't want to update the document today. I feel like those segments have been a little slow, which means I will eventually need to update the document outside of stream, like with the chapter by chapter stuff. I guess I think the more interesting part is maybe the commentary on the story itself, but for the sake of completeness, I feel the need to actually summarize what happened, which, you know, to have a conclusive, I guess, like, I would need to put a spoiler warning on it. It's like, oh, guys, just so you're aware, the Dustborn spoilers, oh my god, I'm writing out the entire story, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it feels like I should be recording the entirety of the story. I guess maybe part of it is that I want to defend against the claim that I did not listen or understand what the story was. Rice? Right. Because I believe it's very important when you're talking to somebody, but also abstracting and applying that context to what I'm doing for this game, is that there was no misunderstanding about what happened, right? I'm well aware of what happened. You know, maybe there's some color commentary in there because I think it's funny, but realistically, I know the events and I understood the things that happen in the story. It is not a matter of whether I understood or misunderstood the story. It is all of the other things which I am capable of commenting on outside of that. Yes. So I feel like I need to be actually writing down what happens in the chapters, but it's a little slow for stream. So I'm gonna hopefully work on that at some other time. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'm saying I'm gonna do it. We really need the life patch to come with a new game plus. Seriously, god, bad game design. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think life has very few rules, right? I think I was trying to think of like the way to say it without sounding too edgy, but it's like I think the rules of life, this is the game design of life. We made up the rules, and then the effects of the made up rules propagate into ideology. I don't know if that's like, that's not very encompassing, I guess. Right? I don't know if that makes enough sense to be applicable. But I guess there's something about like ascribing importance, what is important, what are actually the rules, and something about observing reality. Something like that. I don't know, man. Okay, so that being said, we can probably just start. For anyone who does not understand what we are doing here, we are playing through Dustborn. I initially wanted to play this game because I felt like the discourse around it was incomplete. A lot of people were talking about the overarching, let's say, wokeness of the game. And while I think basically every observer can see that this is likely a nod to our general understanding of what that principle is, I think it's okay for people in art to express what they want to express. And then the public is fully within their right to make commentary on it and judge those ideas for their usefulness, whatever. But from the artist side, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You can make a shit game. I can watch it. I can call it shit. You can call it important. Whatever. That being said, I have some background in game design, so I have felt like this would be a good opportunity for me to try to apply a relatively objective game design lens to this game, both for my own practice and because I thought it was kind of interesting. Because I think a lot of the reasons why this game is bad has nothing to do with its themes, and it has a lot more to do with its terrible delivery of its own themes. So much so that we are on stream like 8, and I still don't know what their opinion is on the going-ons of its own universe. Like, I just don't get it. Call me stupid, maybe? But, just the mechanics, the general way the narrative unfolds, it doesn't, I just don't, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what they're trying to say with their mechanics. It's not clear. And also their mechanics are bad. Very vaguely. So what happened last time was we were in a diner. We were talking to some cops. Pax is evidently pregnant. It seems like her monologue to herself might be alluding to that she is speaking to her child in the future. In this weird kind of retrospective, like this is all being played back through, I guess, comic books. Sure. Great. Yeah, and for example, in that scene, I felt like it had multiple problems with it. The main lens I use for analysis, or at least thus far, not to say that there aren't other ways that you can view these concepts, but one of them is self-determination theory. I think it's a really good lens for determining whether someone will want to do something within a game. It posits that the three things that appeal to like humans when they do something, or what they would feel more motivated towards doing, has to do with appealing to their competence, their autonomy, or their like relatedness. So some kind of like social aspect or general resonance with the experience. So I felt like in that scene, you had to apply the multiple different game aspects. So one of them being exploration. You were not allowed to leave the restaurant despite exploring the option to leave the restaurant. So I felt like that was undermined. I felt like the dialogue options themselves were relatively concealed in how they would turn out. I generally find that happens with Pax's powers, but it does not seem super evident to me how to get the result I want out of my interactions with the thing. The continuous problem that seems to be happening is that the decisions are timed, and I'm not sure whether or not I should wait for another decision to appear, if I will have another decision, or if the game will simply stonewall me. It's very confusing. I don't get the choice of how I want to interact with the cops, because I really felt like the best way to disarm the situation was to play it cool and simply not execute any powers on them. I felt like that was the best way to approach the situation. The game did not offer that to me, so it is lacking in autonomy. And frankly, without a better way of saying it, Pax's way of handling situations continues to be more and more alien to me, through their own words, I suppose, in the titular Dustborn song. But it started with the very start of the game, and you know, when we talk about relatedness, sure, I think there's something about telling your own story, but I think there's also something about how you relate your story to others and what parts might feel valuable or resonant to other people. And I think as a storyteller, a lot of your role has to do with that translation. And frankly, I don't know if I've seen anybody who is as emotionally manipulative as Pax. So I really don't know what to say about that. So what I'm saying is that within one of the lens of analyses, or critical lens of analyses that would imply good game design, Dustborn has basically failed on all axes within one scene. So I am not a huge advocate for this game's design. So that is the context. We will be playing in a moment after I catch up with chat. Let's go. Okay, honestly, this game beat any critical thinking I can have when it comes to the story. Like, I'm going to be honest, I still really don't understand how their world functions. I think half of these problems come from Pax and friends being unreliable narrators. Since they're telling, not showing, I can't even really use her words to infer since she's a liar. Yeah, exactly. And the thing that I find interesting about Pax being like a deceptive person is that, like, I actually want to understand, like, I find people who lie to be very interesting, right? But similar to, it's like, how do you make that compelling? And it's like, I want to understand the reasons the character has for doing it, and I want to see their struggle with the morality of lying. I think that's really important, because people have a lot of... I think a very wide sweeping part of the moral compass is to be truthful, and people who lie are not seen very highly. So unless you're trying to imply that Pax is like literally a sociopath who does not care about lying to literally anybody, it's very hard to relate to Pax, seeing as she lies about many things constantly. especially regarding the fact that, like, there's, I don't know, and I guess I'm saying this in hyperbole, but realistically, she lied about 2 places she wants to go to on the trip, and I felt like that was a problem. So, yeah. About that scene, there's no way to peacefully solve that, apparently, where the cops don't kill each other, but girl finds out the guy is toxic. Yeah, I thought that the best way to dissolve the situation was to wait until Noam interjects and calms the cops down. But again, that decision isn't really... like, it's not really within my purview to make that decision. First, I need to retaliate against the cops, and then Noam calms the situation down. Or I wait for the timer to time out, and then Noam is forced to calm the situation down. So I don't have autonomy in that situation in order to interact with the world, which I feel like I want to. And I think that's a huge problem with exploring these kinds of topics, because I guess this is an opinion of mine, but people really learn a lot better when they can experience the topic themselves and explore it. I think that's actually just basically a truth. So once, and bridging the gap between someone experiencing something and the lens to which they can understand the situation has a lot to do with the teacher. So in this case, because there's no freedom to explore the concept themselves, I think that that's a problem. So for example, actually in this situation, I think if you try to talk down the cops, and you try really, really hard to do so, and then the cops escalate the situation into a way that is unsolvable, I think that looks a lot better. I still don't necessarily agree with it, because I think that players want a particular outcome as well. But I think that if you try to solve the situation and then the cops themselves escalate it without us interfering or being the aggressor, then I think that would show a lot more for the themes, because you're trying to instill this, like, helplessness that you cannot interact with these people, right? But you have to give them the ability to interact with that first, instead of, like, trying to be righteous in that situation, because that's basically what escalated the problem. I didn't want to escalate the problem. It actually seemed like the problem was not going to escalate if I simply stood there and did nothing. So that was very strange to me. Okay. So... sorry, let me actually read what Misty was saying, because I went past you because I wanted to read Rance's full thought. I don't give enough of a frick about the plot to pay attention. I'm just here to watch the players suffer. Understandable. Why are you doing this to yourself? You can talk to us, we'll listen. What? I'm confused. I know I suggested it in jest, but Metaphor would unironically make a good foil for Dustborn, as both games tackle a lot of the same themes, and even stuff like the power of words. The difference is that Metaphor is actually good. That's interesting. That would be interesting. So part of the reason why I wanted to get into Dustborn today and simply start playing is that I actually am not confident that this game is going to change its tone at all as we progress through it. I think a lot of the things that I could apply or analyze in each given place is going to be about the same. And frankly, if I were to do a full analysis of this game, I would literally go scene by scene and show just how bad its nod to self-determination theory is. Because it's been pretty consistent. It's been pretty in, like, every chapter, just consistently. And frankly, I find it ridiculous. That... I mean... It's quite atrocious, really. Okay, the problem is the writers need to give you a reason to care about the characters. All they do in this game is make you hate them more as they speak. I mostly agree with that. And as I was saying, Misty, what that speaks to is the relatedness part of self-determination theory, which is that, like, if you relate to the characters, if you relate to their struggle, if you can understand them, that might actually motivate you to learn more, right? Is that, like, we get these characters' struggle, we feel for them, and that makes us motivated to continue playing the game, right? So the fact that this game has failed to do that because the characters are so unlikable is a problem, right? That's actually true. Metaphor covers a lot of similar themes to discrimination, corrupt government officials, etc. Yeah. Having a blast with Metaphor. Okay. Yeah, your example would also do what the scene was trying to do, show you why the cops are bad. Yeah, exactly. It's like self-defeating, right? Where, like, the cops are basically saying that like, anomals are freaks who use their powers to, like, manipulate people. And the problem is that if we retaliate and use our powers to, like, manipulate them into shooting each other, basically having them both die, we are literally the monster that they're describing, right? So the problem is, I know that, and if I was put in a position of power, like, I would not want to do that because I respect other human beings, right? So, like, I just have, like, serious problems with that scene, right? So, the difference is Metaphor is well written and weaves it well into the narrative, while Dustborn just beats you over the head with it with a sledgehammer, and the fact that the gameplay is actually fun certainly helps. I mean, sure. And as I was saying, like, I think a lot of the problem is that within the narrative confines of what decisions you can make, the maps and consequences of what you are capable of doing is not very wide. There isn't a lot of breadth. So you kind of end up making decisions that don't affect too much. I've constantly felt like when I make decisions, it doesn't actually matter for how, like, the characters treat me, the general progression of the story, and all that. And certainly all of that needs to be managed. It's just that I would imagine that the branching pathways in this game are basically like one branches into three, which converges back into one. Whereas if you look at a narrative tree like in Detroit Become Human, again, however you feel about that game is how you feel, that's fine. But realistically, the narrative structure of that game is quite wide. There's, like, multiple endings per scene, which lead to multiple consequences down the road. So it's simply like a better designed narrative game because your decisions actually matter. They matter in the moment to moment, and they matter how the scenes end. In this game, I really don't see that. So, hi, Jack. How's it going? The thing is, I would say the problem isn't that they wear their themes on their sleeves or they're too forceful. It's that the devs seem to lack an important understanding on the theme they're playing with. Yeah, I think that's another thing too. I guess this was sort of my thing as well, right? Where there's an argument for, like, how detached you are from reality. Like, how ridiculous a particular way of demonstrating a world is. And the thing that I find very interesting and bizarre, right, is that, for example, sci-fi novels are quite detached from reality. Like, they're very out there. But the thing is that the way that they handle the themes are very, like, they're supposed to represent modern day problems, right? So the fact that you could make a completely different setting with completely different, like, ridiculous powers, crazy things happening, but the struggle is still the same and relatable, is really a nod to how impressive sci-fi literature is, right? Whereas in this game, it seems as if there is, like, almost no representation of reality. They've moved very far past like, into the realm of fantasy, right? Of, like, many of these things are made up. but fail to represent any themes that people can resonate with. Which, again, I would like to make the claim that when I looked at the stats for it, it assumed that this game sold maybe 3,200 copies. That was one of the potential analytics that this game sold. This game was under development for 5 years, nearest dating back to they got a grant from the European Commission in 2019. It's likely that this game, before it seeked funding, was in some degree of development. So over that amount of time, the amount of money that was put into this game in relation to only selling 3,000 copies is really quite embarrassing. So I don't really know. I don't think I need to claim whether this game has a very resonant or accurate representation of reality. I think people voted with their wallets on that one. Yeah. I mean to ask you why you play this. What do you want from it? I'm struggling to answer the question because I think going into it, I wasn't looking to do anything. Like, I did not necessarily have a goal. It was an exercise in exploration of my expertise. Actually, maybe part of what it was that, like, the discourse was incomplete. Like, that's what I tend to say at the start, right? But again, my thing is that, like, I think it's okay for people to make pieces that are like this, and it's okay for people to make art that's like, this is how I see the world, right? And I genuinely think more people should be allowed to do that, and that's okay. My problem is that the people who are attempting to do that have no mastery over their domain of expertise. And I was trying to explain that the proof of why this happened, or why this game was poorly received, is simply because the game is bad. It has nothing to do with your actual ideologies, the way that you want to, or the things that you actually want to present. I think it actually has a lot more to do with the failings of the design itself. And my hope is that when people recognize that you can do better than that, like, my point is that, like, by pointing out, okay, here, let me try to consolidate the point a little bit. If people who criticize these games are inaccurately depicting that the reason this game failed is due to the ideologies that it's espousing, that means we will not advance. The people who are making these games will assume that the reason their game failed was due to their ideology, and then they'll double down and make another one. That does not help anybody. So I'm trying to outline to the devs of this game that the reason their game failed is not due to their ideologies. I think in some ways it kind of is. But again, I think, like, that feeling of, like, forcing it down people's throats, the way that it's actually presented, the way that the player explores the narrative, like, that is the problem. And that's actually within the purview of game design. How you demonstrate the point. Right? Because the thing is, when people can share a point from a perspective of understanding, I actually think that people can learn a lot. And even if you disagree with it, you can end up saying, well, at least I understand it now. and then you can move on, right? Okay. I also got 1.5 million from the Norwegian government, so far more than that from the EU. Oh, it also got. Okay, got it. Your point is it's okay to voice your opinion, just don't ask people to like a poop sandwich when you know you made a poop sandwich and it can only be a poop sandwich. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, when I was saying that there's an exploration, or was that I actually wanted to go into this game and commend it if it had something to commend, right? Like, I wanted to actually, like, go into it and say, hey, I mean, like, listen, this is an opinion that they wanted to talk about, and, like, that's cool, right? So again, like, a thing that I think is interesting, or that I have thought is very interesting for a long time, is the exploration of robots and feelings in sci-fi. Because a large part of the theming of those characters is that people who don't understand their emotions very well will feel very robotic, right? They won't feel very connected with, like, their emotions and stuff, and they'll be robotic. So in a sci-fi setting, they can literally be a robot. And those characters always, like, I guess, trigger some resonance for me, right? And it's very satisfying to see the exploration of, like, what it means to actually feel something, right? I think that theme means a lot in this day and age for people who are very, like, exacting, calculated, and don't feel anything. So I thought that Dustborn's idea, again, this is an ideological stance, to have the robot basically be a metaphor or an allegory for a trans person, that idea in and of itself, whether you agree with any form of that, is fine. It's simply that the execution of it, from a narrative standpoint, was abysmal. Because we could not talk to this person, we could not be kind to this person, we could not give them a reason to leave when we initially spoke to them. And we hear nothing basically about their journey, their struggle, the exploration of their emotions. We see none of it. And frankly, that's bad narrative design. So, it's like, the idea is not the problem. It's simply the exploration and the demonstration of it that's the problem. Right? The bad thing about this is devs just put a whole legion of people off ever trying anything like this for a while. Sure, I mean, it's straight at you feeling robots speaking in boops and beeps. Exactly, right? 100%. And I played Stray, and it was great. You had the classic theme of, like, of the existential crisis of, like, well, I'm a robot with, like, thoughts and emotions programmed into me. Like, what is the point of me? Like, are these memories even mine? Like, what am I? What is a person? You know? And those are great, and we can see that the execution of that story meant a lot to the people that played it. Whereas this game fails to do that. So, again, at this point, I feel like a lot of the points are consolidated in my head, but for sake of completeness, I wanted to play through all of it. I wanted to record the entire story so that I could simply, you know, show people that it's not that I misunderstand what is happening in the story. It's that there are genuine criticisms here of the game design that, like, we should do better, right? Yeah, and we've talked about like Vox powers and how they're a little strange. It's a strange way to try and tell your point, so. Okay, so let's get into it. My understanding is that there might be 10 total issues, and I believe we are on issue 4. So let's try to run a little bit faster.
If they grilled us on our cover story.
Yes, so we've already done this. They were talking about how...
wasn't exactly my preferred outcome. And God knows what that will lead to. We can't keep relying on luck to get us through this, Pax. We need everyone up to speed on our cover story, including Eli and your sister. If we get questioned again, our answers need to match. I'm trying to not come off as too much of a disciplinarian. I'd rather keep a friendly rapport with the crew. I think that benefits everyone. And perhaps they'll respond better to you, Pax.
Sure. You got it.
I'll talk to them.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking point.
Hello, Pax.
Yeah, her straight up controlling people for her own benefit is straight villain tactics. Yeah, so we've kind of discussed this a little bit. I think that if Pax was more of an anti-hero, where she was very explicitly not a good person, but she was unapologetic in it, I think that'd be a lot more palatable to people. But I think that because Pax, like, has a conflict, but the game doesn't really take a stance on how you should navigate that conflict, causes problems.
I think Theo's upset with
So, if the game was saying simply do not use your Vox, it is bad to manipulate people, we're gonna show Pax's struggle with her Vox and like letting go of that power and treating people well, then we could understand and empathize with her journey as she lets go of that power more and more. However, if their claim was it is virtuous and correct to use whatever power you have to make the change that you want, then it's very strange that the game shames you for doing so. So if we were Lelouch v. Britannia and we were mind controlling everybody using our Gias in order to make world change, then like we can kind of get it.
fun antagonists. They have
Because the narrative is in line with
It's a good point.
how you navigated that
I still
story.
think they're exaggerating.
But-
this. I mean, we fought justice before. It was fine. Whatever.
That does not
And
appear to be the
cops
case
shot
here.
Each other. I'm sorry.
We need to talk.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay. Why are you using your mom's voice on us?
Are we in trouble? I don't want to be in trouble.
I'll protect you from my sister's wrath.
You're not in trouble, but we need to get you on board with the cover story.
You know what? We'd already be on board if you'd actually told us about this cover story.
I thought we had, but I realized you didn't have the full story. The band is our cover. We're on a cultural exchange visa. That's how we get through checkpoints. The Dustborn has an upcoming show in Colorado on the 18th. If we don't show for the book gigs, the visa could get canceled. For now, you guys will have to pose as roadies.
Yeah, they had a character who gained emotions for the first time, but every time we interact with them, it doesn't go beyond them saying, feeling feels right. Very disappointing so far. Yeah, like, again, it's like, instead of viewing the journey that this person goes through, seeing their struggle, seeing them go through trials and tribulations, right? We just hear, again, we're told that something happened to them, and then we see there's no development, basically. It's just, something happened to me, and then this happened, right? Which, again, my experience, speaking to my own friends who are, like, non-binary, is that they've struggled a lot, and that, actually, I think one of them said, like, one of them had a lot of struggle with the thought that one of the other people in that group basically expressed that they were non-binary. And that this person actually felt conflicted because they were like, well, the way that I see myself is this simply being affected by this other person who said this thing. Whereas they were actually exploring those thoughts for a long time. And they were like, I actually don't know how I feel about this. Right? So that's a very real struggle which happened to them that I think is reasonable. And we can understand why they would feel strange about that. Right? So I don't know. There's the point is there's no story, right? There's no development. That's a lot of tell don't show.
But if we ever need another drummer, Z...
See? That wasn't hard. You should have told us this from the start. And the cops shot each other. I'm sorry, what do we have to worry about?
Yeah, okay, but I'm the new guy, and I'm not family like you.
You think that
Lelouch and
helps
Naruto
me?
have talk no jutsu. Naruto uses it to show people
You're in.
a different side to an issue rather than just controlling them. Lelouch doesn't ask, he controls. Yeah, and the thing is, like, we follow Lelouch's story and, like, the problems that has on, like, his mental, the consequences that he has to suffer of, like, people who die, like the destruction that he wreaks, you know, questioning whether this is a thing that he should be doing, right? But then it ends up being like, again, like, well, if he wants to, like, bring about this change that he wants, like, he has to wield this power that's kind of fucked up, right? So again, like, I think the narrative in that case acknowledges how fucked up it is, and the character acknowledges how fucked up it is, and we can see the character struggling, but the narrative also outlines that it is in fact the correct thing to do, that he does need to take these steps and take action. Whereas, again, like, it's very strange in this game, because, like, the game literally shames you at, like, basically every scenario that you even bothered to use your Vox. It's just, like, very confusing to me. So... yeah. All right.
No one's tailing us, if that's what you're worried about.
Is it that obvious?
Doesn't take a genius, but you can relax now. Breathe in, breathe out, repeat.
Also, yeah, so this is, I've always felt something weird about the dialogue itself, and I'm trying to pin it. I don't really have a good pin for it, but for example, this line, doesn't take a genius, but you can relax now. Breathe in, out, repeat. It's like, do people do that? Right? It's like, is someone... Do you literally tell the other person, like, you should breathe in, breathe out, and repeat? Right? Where I think, like, doesn't take a genius, like, no, I can see that you're stressed, and being, like, reassuring and saying, no, you're allowed to relax now, it's fine. Like, I can get that. But it's kind of like, wouldn't you think that the anxiety girl knows how to do breathing exercises? Right? Or, like, she is capable of taking a breather herself? It's like, why are you telling this person what to do? It's very confusing to me. Right? Usually when I interact with someone who is like this, I ask them if they're okay and if they need some help. But, you know, I don't tell them, hey, breathe in and breathe out. It's like very odd advice to me.
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's just check in.
How's it going?
Feeling anxious about what just happened, hoping we'll get away with it, fearing it'll come back to bite us. You know, the usual.
So that was a Betty's diner.
I mean, maybe it wasn't the optimal Betty's
Yeah, maybe it's just the way that it's being described. It's like, hey, remember to, you know, take a breather or something, right? But it's like, all right, remember, breathe in for 3 seconds and then breathe out for 3 seconds and repeat that process. Like it feels like the dialogue in this game is littered with strange anecdotes like that.
experience. At least I can cross Betty off my bucket list. But hopefully, we'll get another chance before we leave the Republic.
Maybe Pax is supposed to be bossy. She was that way as a kid. I'm just trying to think, like, she's talking to this person. Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know. It just reads weirdly to me. And a lot of this is vibes, so...
Just thinking about... stuff. Feel free to take a seat, even though I'm not in a chatty mood.
And I'm gonna get up. Yeah, no, I think the way that Sai responded was actually okay. Right? Where it's like... again, it's a very minor point. I'm going off of vibes, right? But, you know, Sai being kind of, like, curled up and being like, oh, yeah, does it, like, look like I'm... okay, like... yeah, I guess you're right. Like, she's kind of dejected. Like, I can get that. I can feel that, right? I'm just saying that half of the time whenever Pax says anything, I'm just very confused how the words came out of her mouth. For lack of a better way of saying it. I have a conspiracy theory that they were originally supposed to be 10-year-olds, with Theo being the dad, because no way they thought adults talk like this. You can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, it's just like, they just seem very strange. Which I don't want to harp on that point too much, because it maybe is, like, kind of tone policing in nature. I don't really know. But, like, it is strange. Like, it feels strange to me. Oftentimes.
All good up here?
Yes. We'll arrive at the destination shortly, and until then, I'll be as cautious as possible. I won't break any traffic laws. In fact...
something like this. It's like, we'll arrive at the destination shortly, and until then, I'll be as cautious as possible. It's like, I won't break any traffic laws. In fact, I won't even turn right on red. And it's like, are you implying that you were going to break traffic laws? Or, like, I guess it's supposed to be a joke, because it's like, well, I'm not even going to turn right on red. And it's like, their way of describing it is not like, I'm going to drive as inconspicuously as possible. It's like, I'm not going to break any traffic laws. It's like, what do you mean by that? It's like, is this supposed to be awkward robot dialogue? But it just feels weird. It's like not super compelling.
I won't even turn right on red.
Right. I'll quit the backseat driving, as you were.
Yeah, it's like, I'll quit the backseat driving. It's like, Theo didn't say anything in that scene. Also isn't saying anything right now. Like, I don't know, man. Okay. I think we can go to the next. We're at the problem and not talking to our friends. Okay, next. Dustcorn, welcome, Apple. How's it going?
Hey, Pax!
We're waiting on you.
Alright, what are we doing here?
It's locked. Strange.
Not bad, just playing some Arknights. How are you doing? I'm doing
Librarian.
okay. I actually think I'm doing pretty good today. I think the last 2 days have been pretty good.
When did a locked door ever stop us? I mean,
And
except for the last time.
I'm glad I chose to not stream Dustborn on Monday. I felt like the quality would have not been there.
And we need documents to cross the Rockies into the Heartland.
What about Eli? And me? We don't have passports or just ID?
Lottie might be able to put something together. Worst case, you both hide in the secret compartment when we pass through the checkpoint.
We have a secret compartment?
We do.
Why did no one tell me about the secret compartment?
What were you planning to do with it, Sai? Sleep in there?
Maybe.
The last time we passed a checkpoint, there was music involved.
Music?
We had to play an impromptu gig for the border guards.
You did? That's amazing. How'd it go?
Don't ask.
Well, let's hope that won't be necessary at the next checkpoint.
It was preferable to an interrogation.
Speak for yourself.
Wait, why? I mean, okay. See, the thing is, it's like, I felt like that set of barks wasn't, like, that bad. right? They're just reflecting on their experiences. Okay. Yo, Theo, can you,
Theo,
can
got
you
any
get me some
cash?
chips?
What? No, not on me. But can we just focus on the task?
No, I want the
I
chips.
wanted a drink.
I want the freaking chips. Yo, Sai.
Check
Get me some chips.
this outside.
I saw it. Spent my last Republic dollar on decades-old soda.
Wait,
They're
but
giving you a good rattle for
I
thirsty
want a
friend.
soda.
That's theft, Pax. You're better than that.
What the fuck? But I want the thing!
No. Got $1 to spare?
I haven't carried cash for decades. I don't even know what a Republic dollar looks like.
I want the chips. I want the chips. Smash! Smash! Let's go!
What are you doing?
None of you were any help, so a woman does what a woman has to do.
Broke asses!
Nuts? Great.
Is that implied history thing movies do? Where they mention stuff that happened between characters before the scene? Oh, well, this actually happened. We were there for that, which is why I thought that those barks weren't that bad. Or what was the part that you were referring to? The speak for yourself thing? Again, the thing is that, like, we were there for that, and I didn't get the vibe that Noam was, like, hating their life. So...
Is that worth it, Pax?
It was.
Absolutely. Let's go. Give me those nuts. I'll take nuts every day. Oh, right. I forgot. We have to make sure we record the schizo voices.
Whoa!
What was that?
Oh, hey, look, it's a robot.
Pax popping another one for
Wait, 11 out of 10.
We've got ourselves a dead robot.
We
Wait.
prefer decommissioned.
So, are there no more powers? Wait!
Gone to green
Wait, but I
cross.
wanted more
Touched
powers!
with her only a few days ago.
Wait!
Can happen in a few.
No! I'm so sad! Wait!
Why Lottie would just leave?
Wait, no! The last thing we got was normalize.
That's the case. She's been
But I wanted more powers. Also, my impression was that
As much as I appreciate your theory,
um
very unlikely that she'd just leave
yeah,
us.
maybe it's a per area
How well
thing.
do you know this person?
I don't
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I just
messages through the week, but Luna said she's highly trustworthy and dedicated to the cause.
I'm gonna choose to believe you.
I'll explain.
And also that
It's a computer.
I was hoping that the game would move more towards like there are more empathic options down the line. Like Pax is learning to do those things and whatever. I don't actually know if talking to these people matters as far as like
It must look like we have no idea.
it's like stuff,
what
but I
we're
don't know.
doing.
I lived with writers. You guys are consummate professionals in comparison. I know it'll work out in the end. I feel it in my bones.
Okay. Oh right, I didn't upgrade the attacking stuff yet. Okay.
Are you going to contribute?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know yet.
When you do, I'll be right here.
Well, I wanted you to get me the
Is he
thing from
bothering
the
you?
Cat
vending machine, and
responded
you
to me.
didn't.
I was the first thing he saw when he woke up.
Is that a thing with robots?
Oh no, just this particular model. They quickly realized their terrible mistake.
Okay. Nah, Flora, remember the campfire scene? You give these kids nuts, they're gonna say the worst kind of joke imaginable. Of course, of course.
Have you ever been to a mall?
I have not.
This must be exciting for you.
Yeah, so far it's been an underwhelming experience, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that wasn't put there. But also, I wonder if they just missed all of the ad-libbing and, like, simply didn't update the dialogue. That's kind of funny. It's also a nitpick, but... have you ever been to a mall? I have not. This must be exciting for you. Instead of, like, are you excited? I guess it could be interpreted as sarcastic. I'm gonna stop nitpicking her dialogue. Maybe I just don't like PAX as a person.
Remember the last time we broke into a mall?
Look, you were drunk, I was bored, and in that moment, it sounded like a great idea.
Worth it for the frozen cinnamon buns.
You're fucking right, it was.
I have no idea what that means, is or was, or I have no idea.
You're sure this is the right place?
Very sure.
It's just that the other night...
I thought there was only one bar in Winnemucca named Pete Anything. Okay?
Okay. Let's open the door.
Give it a good yank.
I yanked it good. It's locked.
Can't we just go around the front?
The front faces the highway, and we pass several Legion patrols driving in. Lottie's supposed to meet us at this entrance.
Ah, that's what they were saying. Perhaps we can knock.
Hello?
Yeah. What's Theo
Any
got to say
ideas,
about this?
Theo?
We'll just wait. Maybe Lottie got the time wrong.
Ah,
Maybe the librarian can see us through that camera.
What camera? Oh, that camera. Maybe.
It doesn't look like it's on.
ah. I wonder if
Maybe
Theo can
try
turn
to
it on.
catch the librarian's attention, Theo?
What do you want me to do? Wave my arms?
Yes, exactly that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell him to do it again.
Excuse me.
Think you can fix that camera, Z?
No,
I'm sorry.
probably not. Maybe, but why?
If
You're
the
blocking my way.
librarian's watching...
Oh, it's moot anyway. I don't think it's got power.
Can't we give it power?
Can I get past?
Hey, Theo, try waving your arms at the camera again.
Fine.
You're blocking my way. So yeah, there's a camera, but there's nothing to do with it. Is there anything else we can do? Nothing? Nothing. Oh, I guess it's good that the camera wasn't powered when we, like, stole from the vending machine, huh? That's kind of funny. Actually, wait, hear me out. Okay, so we stole from the vending machine. I wonder if anyone's going to mention that we stole from the vending machine later. I wonder if... You do anything?
Chance you could... You know.
Let me guess. Risk my life by putting my head through this door.
Head and hands, I guess? Maybe there's a manual lock inside.
You know, one of these days, I'm just gonna
What was that?
go fast enough and you can move through anything.
Frickin'
Go quick, go clean, go quick, go clean, go quick, go clean, go quick, go clean, go fast enough and you can move through anything. Go quick, go clean, go quick, go clean.
Pacing.
Very dark in there, and I saw no way to unlock the door. This information was brought to you at enormous personal risk, okay?
Don't
Thanks.
complain. You've still got a head and hands.
Shut up, Pax. Like, she tried her best. What the fuck? What? We want to talk about universal robotic holes? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yo, CT. Thoughts?
It's a door.
It is a door, and it's locked. Can't you, with your hand?
Only if there's a URP. There's no URP, and I can't pick locks. My programming prevents it.
Okay. Do you have any brilliant ideas, Noam?
No.
Are you really not gonna help?
Look, we both know I'm completely useless at this sort of thing. So let me just sit here and read while the grown-ups figure it out.
Okay. How about you?
Hey, Eli, can't you conjure your demon sidekick to break this door down?
You do know that's an illusion created by my words, right? Not the actual asphalt god.
It looks so real. But yes, Eli, I do know this.
Hoax won't do us much good.
Doesn't he make, like, actual swords that he, like, slashes people with? Like, that's a real thing. So what's to assume the demon isn't, like, actually capable of breaking down the door?
But I'd be happy to try the old-fashioned way.
So is the only option to have Sai break the goddamn door? Must I say more about the agency in this game? There's literally nothing else we can do. Like we do need to commit property damage. Is that correct? Is there anything like here? I don't know, man. CT makes no sense, man. The whole sentience thing also obviously goes against programming, but that's not an issue. So is lockpicking against programming, but breaking traffic laws are an A-okay? Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever's funniest at the time. Alright, Sai, you're gonna have to break it down.
Sai?
Because, specifically, Sai, I want to let you know that the reason why you need to break this door down is because the developers were incompetent and were not capable of having multiple solutions to this.
Metal door, Pax. I don't think I can punch a hole in that.
Maybe it's flimsier than you think?
Fine, step aside. Let's fucking do this. Okay, no.
Something came loose.
You uncovered a keypad. That's not nothing.
Yay me.
Really? So, you're telling me that there were like 70 options, right? Not 70, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including myself, including 2 options over there, 8 options, 9 options, and only one of them worked, and it was the most obvious one, but also the one that probably would have led to property damage? Like, come on, man.
We've got a keypad.
Very observant.
Less sarcasm, more assistance?
Okay. Good job, Pax.
Thank you.
Spec keypad.
Thoughts about this keypad?
It doesn't have power, so it can't unlock the door.
Oh, so now can we start solving problems or no? Maybe this?
Hey, Theo, could you have a look at this?
Sure. Please move.
Yeah, none of the options was just investigate the door, which likely would have had them find the keypad as well. Yeah, also, maybe, you know, if we could just observe that there's a keypad and we could open it. This game very consistently does not give us the obvious or clear option.
It doesn't have power. I can't do anything with it.
Okay. How do we get power?
Ziggy, give me a hand?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I'm not the electrical engineer in the family.
Well, without power, there's not much I can do. It's deadlocked.
Riveting.
Maybe we can pick this apart and use bits of it?
Sure, let's ask
Anything
Ziggy about
useful we
the
can
thing.
salvage from this, corpse?
Maybe. Yeah.
The teleporting around has really thrown me off, dude. Stop it.
Actually, I think so. A dead robot is a scavenger's loot box.
General quality and polish. Like, come on now.
I got a small power source, so I can't vouch for how well it works. But these things were designed to last decades, so I'm gonna hook it up to the keypad. Actually, yeah, I could wire it up to the battery I got from the Dobot.
Dobot?
Yeah.
Dead robot?
Dead robot. How old are you, Pax?
Yeah, shut up, Pax.
Okay, we've got power. I cannot guarantee this won't fry the circuitry or the batteries won't flatline, so whatever you're doing, please do it fast.
Huh? Yeah? What? Enter code? We don't have a code. Hacking slate.
Theo.
Yo, Theo?
That's right. You're the hacker. Hack this lock.
One of these days, you and I are going to have a long chat about computers and software.
Why does it matter that our understanding is that you can hack the thing? Come on now. I love the one the one review that was literally like, why does everyone hate each other? Why do these characters hate each other? None of these characters like each other. Like, so funny.
I can't connect to this. All I can do is tap random buttons and try to guess the code.
Do that.
You want me to tap random buttons and try to guess the code? Okay.
You can't tell me that this is gonna work.
9, 5, 2. Happy?
Okay. Hey Ken. Yeah, I'm doing better. Yeah, just I wasn't feeling like mentally there on Monday, so I waited until today.
Hey, CT. This thing's probably a distant cousin of yours, isn't it?
Rude.
It's a compatible model. Cousin isn't completely wrong.
Do you think you can extract any data from its brain? Maybe something that can help us get in.
If the solid-state memory is still intact after all these years, I should be able to rummage around.
As long as you're comfortable with it.
It's just a shell, Ziggy. I don't mind. Excuse me. There wasn't much in there. This robot's only function was offloading trucks, but I found the access code to the door.
Wow,
Humans are
look at
very
that!
predictable.
Look at that shader.
The code is 1234.
I love flickering trees. I know this is probably because we're on low quality. It's just funny whenever I see it. Yeah, sorry. She said something. She said what the code was. 1234. Okay.
Thoughts about
Oh,
this
fuck.
keypad?
I meant to open the keypad. Okay, whatever.
Right. The code we got from the robot.
1234. I don't understand why humans do that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, success! Incredible.
This is weird, right? Am I the only one who thinks this is weird?
It's abandoned. How else would Lottie operate a library here?
It's not just that, it's weird.
No, I guess we're gonna find out what libraries are too. Jesus. I actually got jump scared.
Catch rabies.
I specifically got jump scared because I was gonna look around for echoes and then it started the cutscene.
Rabies.
I don't want rabies.
Relax. It's clearly a pet. It's even wearing a cute little crop top.
Pets can have rabies.
Scram! Shoot! Get out of here!
Oh my god. Guys. We made a decision that mattered. Holy shit. Guys, we're gaming now. Oh my god. Whoever made the scene, give them a fucking raise. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Dude. We actually made a decision that mattered and affected the scene that came immediately after it. Holy shit. Take these nuts.
Here, little buddy. Go nuts.
Yo. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wait, I wanted to see if... Okay, yeah, I wanted to see if there was a thing back here. I can't... Okay, whatever. Yeah, they actually did, Poi. You could open the thing and input a code. Gotta say, the mannequins really are not doing it for me.
Pax, you have to see this. Is that... That's a living person, right? Only they're standing very still.
Yes.
Hello, Lottie. Can you hear?
Don't tell me I have to push them. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What the fuck is this? What do you mean? I don't want to push them. What the... God. What the fuck, man?
Move!
I wasn't
sure who you were, so I decided to disguise myself as a statue.
What?
Yeah, clearly. Why couldn't we just, like, explain that we were the people who were supposed to be here? What the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, weird-ass mannequins. Yank the door. What's this? Okay, yeah, so... Wait, why can't I just talk to her? Wait, we already pushed her. Why can't I just talk to her? Why are my only options smash and have someone else talk to them? What the fuck?
What is this, Theo?
Voice recognition interface. Tuned to Lottie's voice, I bet.
Are you actually kidding me? I can't just talk to her? Why? Sure, Theo, go talk to her.
Lottie, I'm
Wow.
Theo. This is the crew. I know Luna told you we were coming. Would you mind opening the door?
Can't? Power went out and there's no way to manually open this door. Maybe you can bring the juice back?
Juice?
Juice, electricity. My furry boy can show you to the fuse box.
Your furry boy?
Mr. President, juice box, go, go, go.
Damn, this game's talking about furry boys? That's crazy. That's wild. You know, maybe this game's getting more based by the second.
Where are you going, little dude? That looks like a power switch. Did you trip that thing? Can you untrip it? Why am I talking to a raccoon?
Why not? Because don't you know, Flar, the point of this game is words are for chumps. Mind control is the way to solve all your problems. Of course, of course. Yeah, let's try smashing it, I guess. Ow. I'd like to unlock the door now. I think the less Sai is forced to use her powers, the better I will feel. Why am I walking? Please run any fucking faster, my dude. Why the fuck? Okay. Sorry, I just thought it was very strange that they had the NPC walk to the left when the cutscene cut to the right. And also that we were walking to the left and then the cutscene cut to the right. It's just a polish thing. It's just a polish thing.
Jesus.
That's what I need to just tell myself is like, it's just a polish thing. Let it go. Let it go. It's just a polish thing. Let it go. Let it go. Hello, welcome.
What was that, Pax?
I'm not cursing. I'm stating
What? Okay.
fact.
Say nothing. Say nothing. No words to be said.
He's a good-looking
Saying
man.
nothing.
I don't think the real Jesus was this particular shade of pasty white.
Probably not. But do you think he was this big?
What the fuck is this dialogue?
No.
Good boy, Mr. President. He got jealous of me spending too much time in here with my shows, so he tripped the fuse. It's not the first time. Bad boy, Mr. President.
I have so many questions.
I like questions. I don't get many questions these days. Oh, and welcome to my library. I suppose I owe you fine folks some travel papers. They're almost done, but you're spending the night, so no rush.
We leave in the morning, yes. And we have some supplies for you too. Thanks for having
Not a
us.
shoddy transition. She's just Sans Undertale. Ah, shit, you're so right. You're so right. You know what? I think that we need to write off all of the bad transitions and the weird cutscene things and all of the lack of polish. What we actually need to blame that on is that she's just Sans Undertale.
Exactly. I'll make sure the papers are ready before bedtime, which is at 7 on the dot. You can stay up, but no loud noises or Mr. President won't be happy. I sleep like a stone, nothing wakes me.
Oh, lady, I love you.
I'll have to think about that.
Okay. This is a cool show don't tell, by the way. I do actually like this. That Sai was actually just like straight up praying in the background. It's like, good for them. That's cool. No, I want to go this way. I guess, like, I wonder about the accuracy, because, like, I'm not familiar with the culture, or when they do actually pray, but, no, it's cool.
This box is for taking pictures?
Hey, oh, speaking of pictures, I just learned that Pax went to prom and there were photos. Unfortunately, she burned them all.
Oh, that's a shame. I would have loved to see them. I don't have any prom pictures either.
You went to prom?
No.
I didn't get the sense that Eli was supposed to be this dumb, but it is very funny. I appreciate this.
What is prom?
Something I wouldn't have imagined seeing Pax at, not in a million years. I mean, I'm sorry, can you picture her in a dress?
Sure. I think you'd rock a dress, Pax.
I don't know, man. You should have seen us when we were kids.
Sure, let's laugh at
Moms
ourselves.
tried to get her into a girly dress for special occasions.
Let's do it.
And Pax would fight them tooth and nail.
A potato sack would have been a better prom dress than the terrible mistake I ended up wearing.
Now I really wish there were photos.
Jesus, Pax, now I feel bad for making fun of your lack of fashion sense.
I'm just making memes, come on!
Sorry. I'm sure you'd like to forget all about prom night.
I'm just meme blasting. I'm just trying to blast out memes. Come on now.
What's an arcade?
Eli. Christ's sake, man, you're like, oh my god, you're like a fucking Martian. What do you mean? That... Okay, that settles it. We're going to the arcade.
I just want to make sure I collect all of the schizo voices. Look like maybe there's some over here. Alright, let's explore. Schizo voices? Let's go!
It's all part of the deep fake plan. They're controlling...
Alright, 12 out of 10. Wait a minute. They went to school. Didn't they live in a cult for all their life? So, when Pax left, supposedly she was integrated into society or whatever. I'm assuming she went to prom, right? So, I don't know why Ziggy knows that, because we literally never talked to her about it, but, yeah. I mean, sure. Again, a lot of the context of Ziggy bringing things up and pretending like she knows us when she knows nothing about us is just, like, weird because we never really had that character development at all. It's just, like, how is she bringing any of this up? We have never talked to her about any of this stuff. Supposedly we went completely no contact with her, so the context is just, like, weird and makes no sense. With a strong emphasis on supposedly. I don't know, apparently I guess she went to prom, so, like, I mean, I guess. I want to make sure I get all the schizo voices. Because when I get the free run yourself right now ability, I'm gonna be really happy. I'm gonna send it through the broadcast. And tell all of Justice to free run themselves. I'd have slightly preferred if it was her player mat was not parallel with the walls. Seems awfully convenient that this mall is on the correct orientation for Mecha to be a straight shot like that. Oh, not player mat, prayer mat. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that'd be like a cool detail. Yeah. Again, like, I'm completely unfamiliar, so, like, I know nothing about, like, their customs, prayer schedule, all of that stuff. Like, I just don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Ah, this is where we were.
Oh, David, she is clearly wrong for you. You deserve better. Have you already forgotten how she cheated on you with Morris?
What? Whoa. Yo, what is up with the floaty float? Yo, I love floating sticky notes. That's my favorite. When I look for sticky notes, I specifically want the adhesive to be so strong that it can defy gravity. Is that clock working?
Have you already forgotten how she cheated on you with Morris?
I'm kind of curious. This is definitely a nitpick, but
These silly kids will never find true love like this.
yeah, again, I don't know.
But the stories must go on.
Wondering about timing.
Sophia has a twin. What new madness is this?
Oh, she's watching a soap opera. Okay, I got it. Got it. I understand. That should be unlocked now, right? Any echoes in here? None. Oh yeah, did CT not come in with us? I'm kind of curious why... Well, CT's robot is here. But CT did not walk in. She stayed outside, so I'm kind of curious where she is. She even came in at all.
You must know some tricks. I mean, you wear clothes.
Alright. Man, are you telling me there are no schizo voices? Come on now.
Full of grace. The Lord is... He is with thee.
Stuff like this is always... seem too frivolous to spend money on. Okay.
Thee?
Whoa! Wait, what was that? Wait, no, but I wanted to get the funny camera angle. No! Oh well. Happens. What's up, Theo?
I know I don't pray often enough. I guess I'm not a good Christian, but...
Is there anything else?
Trying.
Are there schizo voices in here?
I don't even know if
anything?
This sort of place prayers are heard, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm asking you to watch over my sister and the children, and why am I doing this in English? Just keep an eye on my family. I'm doing everything I can to get back home, but until then, watch over them. Please. Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Amen.
Theo also praying. Can I bug him? No? He just doesn't exist? Okay. Actually, I wonder if Sai is done praying, if I can talk to her. Oftentimes when something fails to engage us, we focus on the little things. This is why you want to get people invested early, which I don't think this game did a good job of. I can't go into either of them? Darn. Oh, maybe I needed to be, like, on the verge of puking to go into the, thing. Ooh, give me the voices! Ah, the voices! Ah! What's up? Oh, I can't talk to CT. Oh well. I mean, I don't think they need to have dialogue in every single area, right? Like, you want to think about the pacing, but... Oh no. I can only imagine pressing this button is not a good idea.
Proverbs 31:6. Give strong drink to the one who is perishing, and wine to those in bitter distress.
Is this real?
Leviticus 20:15. If a man lies with an animal, he shall surely be put to death, and you shall kill the animal.
What the fuck?
Proverbs 21:9. It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife.
Sorry, I'm just... I know these sound ridiculous. I'm just wondering, are these like... Chat, is this real?
Exodus 23:19. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk.
Are they actually real? Damn, that's crazy.
Proverbs 31:6. Give strong drink.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Okay. Yes. Bible says no bestiality. No, sorry. That's not what I meant. I meant that like the wording, okay. It's just they're clearly the like the quarrelsome wife proverb is correct in practice. Yeah, sorry. I just like don't know the verses. But it's okay. So when it says lies with an animal, you'll have to forgive me. I thought it was literally just like to be sleeping, not like you smashed an animal. Also, like if you can consider the context, that I was like, I mean, like what's the problem? And then it's like you shall kill the animal, and I was like, what the huh? Where did we get to killing the animal? What the hell? Okay, so that makes sense. Give strong drink to the one who's perishing. Yeah, okay. So it's like, so someone who's dying, it's like they're fine to drink. Don't sex an animal. Yeah, okay. My initial interpretation of these verses were like very different. Okay. It is better to live in the corner of the housetop than in a house with a quarrelsome wife. I'm assuming that just means like, man, it's like don't have the, you know what's really funny and ironic about this is that I have the Thorn Halo on right now. I'm a cosplayer, clearly. It's better to live in the corner of the housetop than a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. Yeah, it's like, I guess the general idea is that, like, if you're having problems, maybe it's better to live alone. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. I don't know what that means. I guess 23:19. Exodus 23:19. Meaning. What does this mean? Man's people not to boil a thing, its mother's milk. Best explanation seems to be that it is a prohibition against participating in a pagan practice seen. Oh, okay. So this is just saying like don't do like a pagan practice. Okay, I got it. Interesting. All right. Yeah, which again is like, okay, sure. It's like if you can't settle your differences with people, maybe it's better to simply not exist with them. Okay. All right. Now that I actually understand what it was saying, okay, got it.
I mean,
it's just, they sound like the most wild. Like the most wild ones. Like nothing about like love and kindness or something. They literally picked like, don't smash animals. Also kill the animal.
Rest.
Better to have little than have something bad, essentially. Yeah. If anything, their interpretation is too literal.
Shake.
If anything,
Shake
their
hand.
interpretation is too literal.
Shake.
Of
paw?
what? Sorry, I don't know if I understood.
Are you
On me.
smirking at me? Give me a hint here, Furball.
Can I
You
not
must know
interact?
some
I guess I
tricks.
can't interact with
I
any
mean,
of
you
them.
wear
So
clothes.
Betty's Diner Express. Right. There's no Betty in there. There's only a CT. Did we go to the cinema? So I actually don't remember if we explored all this other stuff. Right, we were sitting in the bazaar. We didn't go over to the cinema. So let's go do that. Oh, we were over there. We walked around here already. We went into the bazaar. There's nothing in there. Cinema? Why are you making a document on Dustborn? Because I felt like it was important to outline that I think this game failed because it's bad, not for any other reason. And I felt like it was within my capabilities to explain why I think the game is bad. Without resorting to personal disagreements and ideology. Which there's certainly still some of that. There's no shortage of that, actually. Because I think these people are a bunch of clowns. However, outside from that, I can also talk about different things. I mean, this exploration segment didn't seem terrible. I feel like it might have been a place where you could have included some dialogue, maybe. I don't know. You like clowns? You like Clussy? True.
I thought an arcade would have like 2 arcade machines. I never imagined this.
I'm super excited, and I've never even touched an arcade machine.
Well, today's a day for firsts, Eli. You're a virgin no longer.
What
Hey,
the?
that was... I'm so sorry. It was not cool. It was totally uncalled for. I don't know what I was thinking.
This is cringe, right? Like, this is cringe. I'm cringing right now. You can't see it, but I'm cringing.
Eli? Hello? Hello?
What are you trying to tell him, Z?
Shut up, Pax.
What was that?
Nothing. My sister is being a real dick.
No, I think you're trying to get the real dick here. Like, let's be real here, Z.
Hey, do you think these machines still work?
Eli's just too stupid to say anything. Oh, man.
Looks like it. Hey, who wants to get their ass kicked?
Me?
Eli?
I'd love to play, but maybe Pax wants to go first.
Sure.
You guys fight it out. I'll beat you both.
I'm game.
Fine. Let's do
I'm gonna
this.
kick your ass. Gonna beat your ass. What are we even playing? Okay, paddle pong. Tap A to begin, up down to move the paddle, score 5 points to win.
Oh, I am crushing
Wait,
this.
it said to use the thing to win, but I guess it did.
Watch and learn.
Well, I'll have you all know that I am not good at Pong. Well, if you wanted a game of choice to kick my ass, I guess this is the
That's
one.
what you call crushing it? Please, sis.
Okay. All right, we're getting a little better at it. Maybe I just need to go for those shots a bunch of times. It seems incapable of doing it. Yeah, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm actually great at this. Just kidding. Just kidding. I fucking rock at this game. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, it's actually down to match point. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. But I'm a gamer. Ooh, the bank shot? Oh, I'm actually insane at this.
Didn't expect
I'm
that,
insane at this
did
game.
You're both
Damn.
so good.
Yeah, whatever. I held back. Would have been.
Yeah, that's what we talked about here. Yeah, whatever. Cope. Seethe and cope. I'm fucking insane.
No, that's enough. For now, we can come back later tonight, Eli.
Oh, they have paddle pong party. I used to play this all the time.
Hey, Theo. Are you
Pong needs to be at Evo. Oh, man.
Tried reconnecting with God, but the setting was not conducive to a spiritual awakening.
Sure
I
about
believe
that?
Spending quality time with you guys and some classic video games beats going to mall church. Anyone up for a match? Who wants to go first?
What? Now we have to... Alright. Now we have to beat
I'll
Theo,
play.
clearly.
Let's go, Pax.
Alright. So Theo's actually going to be good at this game, I'm assuming.
My friends and I would play this game every weekend at the taqueria next to my house. We figured out how to trick the machine into giving us free games. After a while.
Okay, I guess I need to do that every time. I just need to hit the corner shots.
Always came back for more.
Fuck. Is there a developer documentary for this game? Can't imagine there is. Hey, what you got, old man? What you got? What you got? I'm cracked at this game. I'm actually insane at this game. Oof. Yeah, try catching that one. Oh, fuck, they actually caught it. Shit. Oh, fucking... Oh, god damn it. Ooh, catch that one. Ooh, ooh, old man. Oh, wait. I didn't think that it would, throw me back into it. I actually had to cancel. Oh, there we go. Alright, got it. Alright, let's get out of
Played in
here.
a tournament once. Beat all my friends. Made it to the final.
Alright. Like, I see we're fighting the final boss, Dad. Yeah, we got
My
him.
opponent was a girl.
Kick their ass.
Probably no older than 10 or 11. We all made
And then they beat him, and then everyone clapped. Is that correct?
Some valuable lessons.
Okay, let's play that thing. Is there nothing else we can play? Okay, alright. I do like it whenever they make Easter eggs like this. I think this is hilarious. This is funny to me. That's cute. It's Dragon Quest. Don't you know? Okay, what is this? Steal it. Steal this action figure. Are there any schizo voices? Also, what the hell are we supposed to do? Like, what do we do? Supposed to do anything else? Because they're doing that. And we already explored. Jeez, no way. Is this one of those, like, oh, we have to stay here for actually 10 hours? Oh, where'd Sai go? Guess we didn't actually explore this place. For schizo voices. Ah! Shit, I would have missed it. Gotta make sure we get it. The voices. Get the voices! Ah, the voices! I'll say Theo so far, the only character I don't dislike. Not sure if it's because the others are so bad, but Dad's alright. Yeah, Theo's okay. Are Theo and Ziggy still upstairs? Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's just the upgrade menu. Okay. The thing is, we ran around first before doing the gaming. So I guess the characters may have moved. How is an arcade not infected with lingering racist thoughts? If they'd be anywhere, I'd imagine the arcade would be. Damn, that's actually so real. That's so real. I would have expected to see some as well. Maybe the cinema. We can go to the cinema. Absolute Kino! Let's see. Oh, Sai is carrying some stuff. Alright. Is something... Can we play a movie? No, I don't want to help Sai. I don't give a shit. Sai's fine.
Hey, Pax, can you give me a hand?
No.
Or an eye?
Did you have to carry all the boxes?
Yes. Just do me a favor and guide me to the library upstairs. I honestly can't see shit.
Okay.
This way.
Okay.
Just follow my voice.
Got ya.
You've got this.
Shut up.
Over here.
Coming.
Marco.
Polo.
This way.
Okay.
Just follow my voice.
Got ya.
You've got this.
Shut up.
Okay.
Over here.
Coming.
I don't actually know where we're supposed to bring these boxes. Is it over here?
Marco.
Polo.
An escort side quest, really?
This
Yeah,
way.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like, this is like one of those mini game scenarios where it's like, okay, I mean, this isn't
Just follow
terrible,
my
but
voice.
also, like, what is this supposed to be? Like, is this supposed to be compelling?
You got this.
Shut up.
Because
Over
is this
here.
supposed to be fun?
Marco.
Polo.
This way.
Okay.
Just follow my voice.
Got ya.
You've got this.
Shut up.
Over here.
Coming.
Marco.
Polo.
This way.
Okay.
We're here.
Nice. She phased through the
I'm
wall.
just
I
gonna
love
drop
that.
these boxes off. Don't go anywhere. Wait up. I can't just leave without checking this place out.
Find anything good?
Nah, it's mostly mainstream crap and justice propaganda from the 1990s. Can we be real for a minute? By now, someone must have found those justices in the diner. Or best case, they walked out of there. Even if they don't report it, they know something happened.
What?
Is this all worth it? First
Oh,
we
the
ran
justice
from
in the...
the
Oh,
Clintons,
okay.
Now we might be running from justice. What's our end game? Say we get to Nova Scotia in one piece. What's next? Do we all ride into the sunset and live our best lives?
I don't know.
I'm as uncertain as you are, actually. You know we couldn't pass on this job. The benefits outweighed the risks, but we've kept our options
Nobody
open.
can see the future, Sai.
We decide what
Unfortunately.
happens when it's over. I don't know how this ends yet, Sai. Or even where it ends.
Well, that's comforting. Forget I asked. These shelves have been picked over a few too many times, but I found one gem. For you. Let's see what everyone's up to. Figure out how our Lord Jesus got supersized. Try to befriend Mr. President. Although, obviously, Gnome has a head start with the fuzzball. Stupid fucking soothing vox.
Why do we hate each other? Why does every character hate every other character? I don't understand. Why aren't you happy for Gnome? What the fuck is... It's like, oh wow, I'm so happy that Gnome's already warming up to the fuzzball. It's like, stupid fucking soothing box. Like, what is happening? Why do they hate each other? Why does everybody hate each other? I'm so confused. Jesus. Okay, well, I mean...
Come on!
They're having trouble with the vending machine.
Give me my fags. You deserve a good kicking.
What are you up to?
Just picking up some stale cancer sticks and trying to pretend Mega Jesus isn't watching my every move. I knew New Jerusalem was special, but
Isn't-
I like my capitalism and religion a bit more segregated. Anyway, where have you been?
Exploring the ruins of a lost civilization of carefree, devoutly religious credit
Yeah,
card
same.
buying shoppers.
I knew you were a closeted mole rat. Did you... Oh. Oh, hi, little buddy.
You made a friend.
Animals love me, babe. I'll buy him some crisps.
Planning to poison him?
I would never. Besides, those things last forever. And now I'm out of change. Farewell, sweet fags.
You're such an idiot.
Can't I, like, just bash the thing so that it falls out? Is this not, like, we literally did it at the entrance. Is this not a thing we can do right now?
Yes, I believe you're right. I could pull off one of those hats. Perhaps that one.
You speak raccoon now?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I just find it helpful to sometimes pretend to have a conversation with things. People, woodland creatures. I was looking at these hats. I don't want to sound greedy. I already have the one hat, but it was the hat I was given, not one I'd chosen. What if there's another hat for me? What if I'm more of a Stetson kind of robot? Then again, why am I asking myself to choose one hat to express myself? Maybe I should wear several hats, or none. Or maybe
This analogy
it
is
takes time to
terrible,
find the
and I
right
hate it.
hat. What do you think? Should I try them on? The door's locked, but surely we could find a way in. Doors tend to open in your presence.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Let's get
Let's
you
do
a
it.
hat.
And I'm sure
I want to
someone
give you
can
the
help
bunny
us get
hat.
through that door.
I literally have a bat. Why can't I open the door myself? I'm so confused. Why? Why am I calling people for help? Can Pax do literally fucking anything herself? Jesus.
Theo?
The robot chooses hats. Hats are a metaphor.
Give us a hand.
Pekino!
We need to get into this hat store.
Why?
And don't ask why. CT needs a hat. It's vitally important.
Far be it from me to get between a robot and their hats.
Just open the door. Because apparently I can't just bust it down with my bat that I can literally throw.
There you go.
Thank you. Theo, do you want to help me pick out a hat?
I feel like the hats are supposed to be a metaphor for something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. You know what? You're right. Same. You know, I'm actually just so dumb, I can't understand.
I'm not sure what that even means, but it's a good question. I'm supposed to resemble a traditional nanny, right? So what would a nanny wear?
All right, let's steal some
Don't
shirts.
worry about what you should wear. Think about what you want to wear.
Well, I'm at a loss. Pax, would you do me a favor and pick one you think might suit me?
You should wear the rabbit ears.
Does this one suit me?
Very cute.
I think this is the one for you. Very stylish.
Really? Then this is the hat for me.
I love it. I should be getting back to our host now, though. Excuse me.
Yes, I'm happy with my choice. This hat is me.
Do you need to get back to dinner?
Goodness me, you're right. Dinner must be just about ready. I'll let everyone know.
Well, that was easy. Mall is all but abandoned. Why buy snacks or worry about breaking stuff? Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know.
Everyone, please come to the food court.
Yeah, I don't see why Pax couldn't just, like, go get her bat. Or, like, there is an option for herself. They can do one of those cutscenes. They can do one of those cutscenes where, like, they have a fade to black and then it just abruptly cuts to the next thing and then Pax could be holding her bat. I mean, they do that all the time. I don't see why they couldn't just do that here. Why do you have to make the robot a bunny girl? There was a meme that was like, "Don't fist android girls." I gotta say that I'm not very good at taking advice from memes telling me what I can't do.
Theo and the librarian appear to have not heard my call. Would you mind letting them know dinner's ready? Last I saw, they were still in
This
the
bonk is
security
deserved.
office.
I appreciate it. Pick up.
Can I ask what the deal is with this computer? Puritan hardware is a rare thing to see in the Republic.
Sorry for interrupting, but dinner's ready.
Already?
Time moves differently in here. Catches visitors by surprise.
That's interesting.
Hey, is that Pacifica Tech?
Top of the line. I have a guy who has a guy who knows a girl who knows someone who gets me what I need. Not only that, these machines are Puritan grade. Straight from the heart of purity via a girl and a girl and a guy and...
Theo, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Modern hardware with proprietary P-grade ports.
Our employers have been extremely clear. We just carry the cargo. We don't do anything else with it.
I get that, but we're on our own in enemy territory, and now there's an opportunity
Did you
to...
say dinner's ready? Let's go. I'm starving.
I eat mostly canned beans, but I'm curious to see what your cook's cooking up.
Wait, why did I get splashed? What the fuck? What the hell? Been watching too much Archer. Can you tell? No. Also, I think you can do a prank with Ziggy and Eli in this chapter. Sure. I mean, I want to see what's on the thing. I mean, I always wanted to see what was on the thing.
You lock the door. You can never be too careful. It's mostly to keep my precious boy out of the room. He's a sneaky little fella.
Okay, my dining standards might have been warped by the menu in Liberty, but doesn't this taste a little burnt?
I am so sorry, everyone. I got distracted picking out a new hat.
Since we had to skip lunch, I'm too hungry to notice anything. Keep killing it, CT.
Thank you for making dinner for everyone, CT.
You're welcome. Why do you all call me CT instead of the caretaker?
That's what we called you in school. It stuck.
Oh. I guess we haven't asked you what you want to be called.
Really? That's remarkably shitty of us.
What is this dialogue? Wow. Yeah, what fucking terrible people we are, calling you by a nickname that we kind of established. It's like, what are we? It's like, natural. Like, what? Okay, hear me out. So, alright, this is a normal human interaction. If you are friends with someone, and we assume that you have rapport with that person, right? And they call you a particular thing, and then there's no, like, social norm outlining why we shouldn't call you that thing, right? Because, again, there are social norms. We just assume that that is a, like, thing that we can call you. So, when Eli calls you CT, we assume that you will respond to the name CT. It's like people calling me Flar, for example. It's like, that is a name I will respond to. I won't be surprised if people use the name Flar or any other of my nicknames. Like, that is a completely normal thing. That is not like, wow, how fucking terrible of us to call you the same. Man, we're just like, we're absolutely garbage human beings for calling you something that, like, other people were calling you that we assumed you had rapport with. That, oh man, like, what terrible people. Man. Like, what the fuck? This can be approached, again, this thing could have just been like, is it cool if we call you CT? It's like, yeah, I like the name CT. Or it's like, you know what? Why don't you call me TC? The take carer. And it's like, okay, sure. Like, what the fuck is this dialogue? What the fuck? They already did talk about what the robot wants to be called. Did they? I don't even remember that scene. And if they're not fine with it, they'll say it. And CT didn't, so it's not even remotely shit. Yeah, it's like, I'm just so confused. Like, what is this scene? This is the, like, how divorced from reality are you that you cannot just, like, mimic normal human conversation?
You can be anyone you want to be, love. How about Mary Poppins?
No, inappropriate.
Is it? The quintessential British nanny seems like a perfect fit to me.
What the
I was
fuck is
thinking
happening?
Viola, for now.
What is happening, dude?
I once read William Shakespeare's 12th
Welcome,
Night to the children at the facility. They did not enjoy
Tito?
it, but I did. And
Is that your name?
The name Viola. It suits me. A feminine name, suitable for my original programming and voice.
Well, your programming shouldn't stop you from picking any name you want, Viola. But I like it. It's classy.
Thank you for hosting us here, Lottie. This place is absolutely remarkable.
Yes, how did everyone pass the time? Favorite activity only, please. Bedtime is approaching.
I bonded with the Fairball and went on a vending machine raid. With limited success.
Yeah, again, like, I don't know if I need to explain basic human social norms to these people, but yes, I think many people will be, like, if someone called me Flaris, and then the context matches when they could call me Flaris, I'm not going to be like, oh, how dare you? Especially if someone had already previously done that. Right? Presumably, we've also already had a conversation about this. I think it was during the campfire scene. So, like, this entire thing is alien. Like, this entire conversation is alien. Like, why are they standing on this pedestal here?
I managed to land a new high score on Galaxy.
I'm curious about the Giga Jesus.
The arcade upstairs.
I think today's highlight's pretty obvious. He's 20 feet tall and standing right behind us.
Oh, Jesus.
That was an obvious response. He befriends all who pass through this place.
White Jesus? I don't think so. He mostly colonized as far as I can tell.
Please, let's save that conversation for another time. I think...
Who talks like this, man? Like, who does this?
Head to bed in a minute. It's been a long time.
It's like, yeah, wow, it was pretty tall, wasn't it? Yeah, it's like, thank you, Theo.
Don't we have a gig tomorrow?
Practice gig.
We're, touring the Republic with a band. It's our cover story. Something everyone should be aware of by now.
Now that is something I would like to see. A real live band in my mall. And since Mr. President's birthday is coming up in a few days, maybe you'd like to give him a private performance?
Hells yeah!
Of course we do.
Pax, your call.
It's like, I don't want to do the stupid band minigame. Like, I just don't want to do the stupid band minigame.
Sorry, but I'll have to pass. It's been a long day.
Mr. President will be disappointed, but I'm sure he'll get over it in time.
Pax, how could you? It's the adorable Fairball's birthday.
That's fine. My furry boy and me should be retiring for the night anyway.
Right.
I can't wait for the game to be like, I can't believe you didn't play music when you could play music.
Good lord, it's almost 7. We need to head to bed, Mr. President.
Is the robot wearing a wig? No, I picked out the bunny hat because I wanted to
What a day.
think about the bunny,
Fucking mall to ourselves.
bunny girl robot bunny.
A close call with justice.
I wonder what happened to those trigger-happy officers.
Bruised ribs and egos at the very least.
I get the distant feeling these people aren't even human, likely lizard people in disguise. Yeah, it's like a family Thanksgiving dinner, but everyone is so open about their politics. Yeah, it's just like, I think a lot of people understand that it's like, hey, like, let's not do that all the time, yeah? Like, let's not,
We'll file
you know,
that close call under learning experience.
let's not do
Our
that.
story straight, because next time.
Next time is not today, Theo. Hey, this mattress isn't too shabby for something that's been sitting around for decades.
I guess this is the campfire scene for this area, right?
I just hope there are no bed bugs.
I'm sure the raccoon.
I think it's a new song. Don't you want to hear the song? I don't know. Should we be doing the band mini game? I just find it atrocious.
I'm sorry I missed the arcade experience. How was that, Eli?
Oh, it was the best. Pax flexed her gaming skills. That was fun to see.
It was not.
Oh man, I would have loved to see it.
Viola seems happy with her new hat. I'm glad I had a chance to contribute.
She's exploring her identity. That's great. Justice shouldn't have the final word on who she is. She deserves to be a real person.
Just like Pinocchio.
Okay.
You know, interestingly, I shouldn't even say interestingly, but I feel like this is very contextual to the fact that we have a sentient robot.
I guess.
Hey, if we're not...
You seem happy.
It doesn't take much, man. Just one day, just half a day of not having to constantly look over my shoulder, worrying about riders or justice or fucking Puritans. There's enough to be anxious about, and I'm not saying I feel light as a feather, but it's been really nice to just hang out and chill.
Yeah, picking up from before. Hey, if we're not leaving early tomorrow, we should do some more exploring.
We have plenty of time.
I hope you don't mind sharing a bedroom with us, Eli.
Oh, I'm used to sleeping in groups. There's no privacy with the riders. Private bedrooms are used for, you know.
Hot sex.
What? No. They're used for timeouts if the younger kids are misbehaving.
What is up with Gnome and just being so dead ass? You know what I mean? Like, damn. Why is Gnome so goddamn DTF? At every single opportunity. Ugh, man.
Hot sex happens in the sleeping halls. Everyone just pretends not to look.
Like I said, we have plenty of time. We're not due in Rangeley, Colorado until Main Street opens.
Main Street?
That's where we're playing. Another bar called Main Street, located on Main Street.
Excited to be sharing a bedroom with me again, Z?
As long as you don't snore or fart, I don't miss that at all.
Oh, she still does both. Pax is toxic.
Pax is toxic. Thank you, Gnome.
You know what we should do? Make t-shirts and posters. We could sell them at our next gig.
I'm not sure leaving a physical trail across the country is a great idea.
I would...
Who are you knitting for now?
Our gentleman never knits and tells.
This was my point. So
What the
I
fuck
would wear
are...
a Dustborn
What?
T-shirt for sure.
Yeah, maybe I'll design one.
How are things going with the trash panda? Isn't it past his bedtime?
The what now? Don't you dare insult Mr. President. And things are going splendidly. It'll be hard to say goodbye.
This is a new side of you, Gnome.
You're telling me.
Gnome is the love interest for Pax, I think, with that one strange campfire interaction.
Guy that melts my cold, cold heart.
What are you doing?
I'm just...
I think it's only one of the options, though, right?
After I messed with the game, the eye's a bit of a blur.
Also, like, if Gnome is supposed to be the love interest, is, like, their hypersexuality supposed to be attractive or something?
Oh,
like...
Sucks. Let's get you a new eye, Z.
I don't know if going too meta with the joke is a problem or not. Like, I genuinely don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't... Listen, alright, hear me out. You know, I tend to be pretty upfront with this stuff. But, like, half of the reason of making myself look like a clown is so that people can laugh at me. That's the point. Like, that's the joke. Did we not get the joke? Are we supposed to be laughing at Gnome for being, like... a sleazy weirdo? Like, what is happening?
Eli, I guess we should stop talking.
Yeah, there's a thing called reading the room. Exactly. What the fuck is going on? What the?
It's getting past my bedtime. See you tomorrow?
You know it.
Like, I don't know if y'all have seen how many bonks we're at, but like, man, when's this gonna stop being funny? It's like, when I die, that's when it's gonna stop being funny. Are we having a trip? We tripping out? We tripping balls? How can you tell? This entire group has literally zero chemistry. Well, the thing is, so we had a scene with Gnome where it's like, oh, you can get all cuddly with them if you want. And it's like, I don't want to cuddle with any of these people. Except for the jokes I make about Ziggy. But, you know, I think most of talking to any of these people is atrocious.
Gnome?
Who's there?
Yeah. Like, you good, Gnome? What's up? Want the final boss to be Alex Jones?
Gnome?
Stop. Stop.
Oh, stop.
Gnome?
Pax,
Yeah. What's up?
Gnome?
please, help me.
Oh, you need help? Oh, shit. What's up?
They know
good?
where I am. They're coming for me.
Ah.
They found me. They found me. I know they did. Do you tell them where I was? Or was it Sai? Did Sai betray me?
Ah, so...
Okay,
He's having
there's
schizo
a
thoughts.
squid trying to grab the echo. What's it doing?
What's happening?
Stay still. I'll get rid of it.
Okay. Man, this fucking... Okay.
The whispers should be gone. It was just an echo. It was infecting your mind.
They are. The voices. They're gone. Thank you. It felt so real, Pax. I believed them. They told me they were coming.
Who? Who's coming for you?
I guess we should talk. Probably should have done that a long time ago.
Sure, buddy. Let's chat about the schizo voices in your head.
This is embarrassing. I haven't been completely honest with you about why I left Pacifica.
Sure.
Or, you know, one of the reasons I needed to leave Pacifica.
Do you know where you are right now? I don't know if Gnome knows where they are right now.
Made a mess of my business, lost everything.
Ah, I see. Okay. So, well, the thing is, like, you could have... I think you could have just told us about that so that we could file you for bankruptcy.
My partners, my ex-partners, they're angry, to say the least. Looking for me, certainly.
Seen PS2 games that look better than this? I think a lot of it has to do with polish, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of weird, janky cutscene transitions and, you know, lighting and stuff. So I think it's like polish. Also, do note that I am on the lowest quality right now because this game memory leaks to... Well, it used to, and it literally crashed my computer. So I just set it to low graphics so that my computer doesn't explode. So, yeah. My partners, my ex-partners, they're angry, looking for me, certainly, probably want to murder me.
It's water under the bridge
Worried
at
for
this
them?
point,
What does this mean? If they thought this was a big enough deal to bring it up now, they must have been in real danger. I wish they'd let me help them with this sooner. Man, I'm just gonna listen to them. I don't know.
It just doesn't feel...
This is, like, yet another scenario where it's like, I do want to listen to Gnome. I want to hear about, you know, what's on their mind, what they're concerned about. But the timer is really killing it for me, because it's like, I don't know when I should really be responding to this. Also because all the dialogue options seem stupid, so...
Right, to keep it from you any longer.
Sorry, what are you saying? He again. What did they say? My apologies. I'm gonna get it wrong for the entire game, mostly because I don't give a shit about Gnome. It just doesn't feel right to keep it from you any longer. Okay. But I feel awful, especially since I've been acting like I made a sacrifice coming with you. Sure, okay.
I mean,
why keeping it from me? I'm not going to judge. I've conned plenty of people, and I know Gnome's practices are shady at best. Why did they play this so close to the vest? I prefer you didn't know I fucked everything up, breaks the illusion of the successful immigrant story. I really don't know whether I should be saying this or not.
That's everything. Thank you for listening. Even if it was a bit...
Do they want me to respond or no? Okay, sure. I mean,
We
I'll
should
just
get some
listen.
sleep.
Sure.
Being infected by a disinformation virus is exhausting. How did those women in Liberty cope with it?
This puts, sorry, what was this? The pills and some things of perspective, including the mystery pharmaceutical we found on the bus. Oh, I see. Okay, so Noam was taking pills for a particular...
What's he
Okay.
doing up?
Real reasons. This raises some questions about why they decided to come along in the first place.
Is everyone having a sleepless
Theo,
night?
more echoes. This requires further
I hope he isn't
investigation.
also dealing with those fucking echoes.
Yeah, I wonder what Theo's doing. I
It's
mean...
getting late.
Right. I'm off to bed. See you in the morning?
Why was there no pause at the end for responding? That's all they needed to add. Yeah, again, it's just so ridiculous how poorly tuned these systems are. Like, my question really is, when people were playtesting this, did people just... Are you going to tell me that an entire set of playtesters did not feel rushed by these narrative responses? Like, I'm trying to understand what the fuck they're saying, because it's a lot of information, and then it's like, well, I don't know, man. Yeah, well, I mean, I listened to him. Good game. Okay, so I do want to say, just for the record, I do think listening to people ramble about things is actually okay. I don't have an issue with listening to people venting, because sometimes that's all they need. Interestingly, in my own personal life, I feel like a good way to approach this is I just dead ass ask, like, were you looking for any commentary or solutions or whatever? Like, whatever contextually makes the most sense to respond with at the time. And sometimes they'll just say, like, nah, I'm just, like, kind of rambling. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it sounds like blah, 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 blah. And then, like, they usually pick up again and keep talking at me. So, like, it's just strange that, like, I can't interject at all and say literally anything. Like, I don't know. Usually reiteration helps, or like trying to relate it to your own experiences. Some people don't like it when you do that. Like, I don't know. But the thing is, there's just such this like huge disconnection with how I feel like people think communication works in this game. And like, I don't know, it just feels so weird. Like, I don't feel like I'm talking to real people, you know what I mean? Just by virtue of how I can respond to them. Like, I can't ask for more information without it seeming like I'm just gonna cut them off, right? It's just confusing to me. I don't anyone playtested it. Good luck finding anyone willing to test this crap. But the thing is, like, you pay playtesters. And here's the thing, is that if people genuinely didn't like the game and people, like, you got them to playtest this and then you got feedback, like, I felt like I wasn't talking to a real person. It's like, what was your response to that? Like, did you ask any questions about, okay, well, what part of it felt strange? What part of it, you know, or I find it very surprising if there was no feedback about how rushed it feels to respond to dialogue. And I feel strange saying it every single time, but it just genuinely bothers me so much that it's like, okay, this is a moment where I feel like you can be emotionally supportive to this character and learn more about them, stuff like that. And it's just, the systems just fuck you. Like, it's like, if there was just a slight little bit of time for me to go like, oh, okay, maybe this is my time to step in and say something, right? Then I could do that. Like, I don't know.
Theo?
Who's there?
Theo's over here. So I guess we're gonna talk to most of the people.
Theo?
Hello?
Theo?
Pax, is that
Theo? Theo?
Theo. 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 Pax. Theo. Pax.
Pax, is that you?
What's up? Pax's character just isn't a very good player stand-in. She's awkward, has a hard time talking to people, she's rude, forces you to be rude. Like, I don't see why anyone wants to be Pax. Exactly, it's just strange. So, and again, I think it's okay, kind of, to have characters who aren't you, or maybe are less of a player stand-in than more of a player stand-in, right? But there needs to be some kind of, like, tying alliance or something that makes you care about them. And it's just like, Pax just seems like an incompetent, emotionally manipulative asshole who doesn't know how to respond to people.
Is that you?
So it's just very confusing to be them. Knowing their type, they would discourage anything that could be remotely seen as negative feedback. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. It's unfortunate because, like, I don't really know. I'm just thinking that
Hello?
while I really want to meme slam dunk on this game, I do really hope that when I write anything about it, that
Hello?
the message can be heard that, like, for example, Pax isn't a very good player stand-in. I think this is accurate, and we can see why it's accurate, right? Because the game systems don't support you actually interacting with the characters, which makes the narrative delivery seem really bad, right? And also, generally, when you pick options, that Pax seems to be wholly incompetent in talking to people. So then you have to ask yourself, like, why does the player want to be this person? Why does the player want to experience this? What is the player learning from this? How does the player relate to this character? Like, are we getting anything from this? Right? And then you have to ask yourself, like, what is the value that this provides? And I just feel like the answer is very little. Right? Like, on what axis is this supposed to be valuable to somebody?
Pax, is that you? Who's there?
Yeah, so Luke from Tales of is it Tales of the Abyss or Tales of Abyss? Or is Tales of Abyss the anyways. Yeah, in that game you don't make decisions because it's a JRPG. Yeah, you're just kind of like strung along. Yeah, so I think in a game where you're giving the player some degree of agency, you really need to give them real agency. So, I don't know.
Hello?
Hi, Theo.
What are you doing up so late?
I couldn't sleep. I think I'm having a crisis of faith, Pax. Ever since you mentioned the cargo again. Time and again, we've been caught unaware by a lack of information. We didn't know about the robot's past, and it hijacked the bus. Eli and Z weren't informed about our cover story, which could have been disastrous at the diner. What if we find ourselves in a situation where knowing what we're transporting could save our lives? It's hard to keep going on just blind faith in the mission when we know nothing about what's on that data key.
I mean, yeah, I want to know what's on the data key as well. I knew it. Only streamers play this game. Yo, fair. I mean, I am kind of interested in knowing what's on the data key. I do wonder if that, like, fucks the entire run, because I can only assume that the game is going to be like, why didn't you have faith? Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. I'm wondering if I want to espouse an opinion here. It's kind of congruent with the rest of the things that I said, but I don't know if, like, people would take it personally. I think that many of the parables, I mean, we already did this, right? Because we looked at the quotes from Jesus, for example. It's like, I think that a lot of the interpretation out of things is where you get the value of things. So that is to say, what is the purpose of having faith as a meta concept, right? And I think it very much parallels, like, us having like a calculation for a success, basically. So if we assume, okay, well, I believe it's going to work out in the end, and I genuinely believe that, similar to some kind of placebo effect, then you have the self-fulfilling prophecy of you will do better, right? Or at least that's my observation of it. I'm a little more cynical, but like, I think that's okay, right? I don't think there's any problem with that, right? Depending on how literally you want to take your religion, I think is also okay, right? There's no problems with that. But I think the tangible value in it is how people interact with it. And I actually think that's cool. I think that's awesome that people are able to do that, especially as someone who's not like particularly like religious. So that's, I think that's good. And I don't know, I guess I just wanted to comment on Theo being like, I'm having a crisis of faith. And I think an important question for those people to ask is like, what does faith mean to you? Right? Because the thing is, I think the people who benefit the most from it is they know what it means to them, right? And it helps them like navigate their life. And that's where you'll find a lot of the benefit. But again, this is just like an opinion, right? Yeah, I think we should take a look. Do you have any suggestions first, though?
So, what do you think we should do, Theo?
I don't know. We could connect it to Lottie's computer. It's purely hardware. We won't have another chance like this. But we can't betray Nova Scotia's trust. Not after everything they've done for me. Not if it puts our mission in jeopardy.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm usually pretty defiant against what the game is telling me to do, so I wonder if in this case we don't look at it. Why even bother to talk to Theo about dealing with internal conflict? Time to use Vox now! Vox yourself now! Vox yourself right now! God, man. I wonder if we're going to be forced to do this. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. Embarrassing. How immensely embarrassing. How could you? See, again, like, as I was saying before, I think that this could have been a very good or interesting character arc for Theo to be like, what does faith mean to you? And then if Theo was like, hey, I feel like it means that it's going to work out in the end, we actually don't need to look at what's on the, like, on the thing, right? So let's just not. Right? If he came to that conclusion himself, right, that shows character growth, right? And then he'll have the answer he was looking for after thinking about it. But no, we gotta power word, hoax yourself now, hoax yourself right now. Okay, let's see what the options do. Okay, the right line might work on him. Let's explore what this new Vox can do for us. Let's just open our minds and let the words flow. Have you ever seen a story where they create a character just to remove character traits? I'm just like so confused. This Morose, conflicted energy coming off of him is getting us nowhere. What do you mean? What the fuck? Oh my god, man. Like, it's just so embarrassing, dude. Like, wow. Hey, what is the right line might work on him? What does that mean? Like, are we gonna... So, okay, here's another thing that I would like to mention here, is that, like, once again, we are put in a spot where, like, I want to have agency. As in, I want to choose whether or not we look at the thing or do not look at the thing. Let's assume here that these answers are supposed to lead to either looking at the thing or not looking at the thing. How are we supposed to know as the player what the intention of PAX is to move the story forward here? Right? If I'm trying to get the outcome to be, let's not look at the thing, it's probably best that we don't look at the thing, right? How am I supposed to use these prompts to know whether PAX is trying to lie to Theo to make us, like, do the thing or not do the thing? Similarly with Bully, it's like, hey, let's try the new power. It's like, how am I supposed to know if the power is going to bully him into doing it or not doing it, right? Like, where are the clues, context clues, that let me understand what the actual intention of PAX is here? Like, yeah. It's like if all of them, as you're saying, Poi, if all of them lead to, let's look at what's on the thing, like, why do we have this decision? What is the purpose of this decision? Like, yeah, and Bully and Trigger just seem mean, right? It's like, oh, I'm having problems with my faith, for example, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna bully you about it because, like, you're an embarrassing human being. It's like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing here? All right. Well, we're getting forced to do a thing in this game. Wow, big surprise that the developers of Dustborn don't know how to give the player agency. Who would have guessed? All right, hoax him.
They will betray you. No.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? All right. Let's try the other options. Wait, why is Noam not here? Wait, did it record my conversation with Noam?
Who's there?
Theo, how's it going?
Theo?
Hello?
Theo?
Pax, is that you?
What the fuck?
Excuse me.
No. Trying Trigger next. Yeah, let's do Trigger next. I actually feel so bad.
Who's there?
Also, I just wanted to say that we have a power for this. We could normalize this. I think being like, hey, it's normal to struggle with your faith. That's why, like, you know, that's fair, right? So, like, your struggle as a human with your own faith is, like, part of the journey, right? I think that would have been an okay, like, normalize would be an okay option here.
What are you doing up so late?
I couldn't sleep. I think I'm having a crisis of faith, Pax. Ever since you mentioned the cargo again.
That lie is to try and look at it by saying Nova Scotia will betray him, so why not look at it? Yeah, that's fair.
Time and again, we've been caught unaware by a lack of information. We didn't know about the robot's past, and
I was actually getting invested when this happened. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like, the choices are do what we tell you to do, not explore the themes. And, like, I just wanted to say this as well, right? Is that, to me, it kind of shows that they literally don't understand the themes, right? Because I think if you have, like, a deeper understanding of what is going on, you can acknowledge, like, more than one perspective on the topic. And I think that's a lot of the problem here, right? They don't know how to include, like, they don't know what it's like to struggle with your faith, right? They don't know what it's like to have a conclusion to that. They don't know what it's like they can't offer a perspective here, right? Which is why I offered my perspective. I was like, hey, this is how I see it. I know some other people see it as, like, you just need to be completely devout. Some people take religion, like, very, very literally. Some people take it less literally. Some people, you know, it's like there are multiple perspectives that you can outline here. But because they literally don't understand those, they're incapable of making responses for it, right? Yeah, it's like it requires some degree of introspection. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, how are you not embarrassed is what I'm saying. Like, how did you have so little self-awareness that, like, you just couldn't, right?
Situation. where knowing what we're transporting could save our lives. It's hard to keep going on just blind faith in the mission when we know nothing.
Maybe I should just wait. What if I just like completely wait and let him talk? What if I say actually nothing? Is it gonna choose take a look? Well, he's not continuing the thing. Yep. I don't think that there's gonna be no. I don't believe the game's gonna. Oh, it also wasn't timed. We had to make a decision there. Yeah.
We could connect it to Lottie's computer. It's purely hardware. We won't have another chance like this. But
yeah, it feels like they don't understand any of the themes that they're trying to tackle, like whether that's anxiety, what it means to be an outcast. Like, it just seems like they don't understand it all. What was Dustborn's theme again? Like, what do you mean, like theme or themes? Like, they're exploring many ideas, but they just don't understand any of them. Was my claim. Alright, let's try bullying him.
Stop being weak.
What? What does that mean?
You want to just cower here because you're scared of pissing off?
So we're gonna end up looking at the thing there. Okay. The theme is new porn. Yeah, exactly. Now I want to try trigger. Again, this is to satiate my own curiosity. I don't think we really need to be doing this. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Ain't no new porn being made of these characters. 100%.
Who's there?
What are you doing up so late?
I couldn't sleep. I think I'm having a crisis of faith, Pax. Ever since you mentioned the cargo again. Time and again, we've been caught unaware by a lack of information. We didn't know about the robot's past, and it hijacked the bus. Eli and Z weren't informed about our cover story, which could have been disastrous at the diner. What if we find ourselves in a situation where
you can have some porn, no one else
could save our lives?
I'm sure you could make some like actual terrible
when we know nothing about what's on that dating.
I don't want to suggest anything, but art can be used in defiance. I would think that's funny.
What do you think?
But I would never suggest.
I don't know.
It.
We could connect it to Lottie's computer. It's purely hardware. We won't have another chance like this. But we can't betray Nova Scotia's trust. Not after everything they've done for
Okay, we're gonna trigger him.
Not if it puts our mission in jeopardy.
Are we ready? Give him the trigger. Trigger him.
Time's running out. While we sit here arguing, time is slipping away. This is a...
Yeah, again, so all of these lead to the same thing. I love the illusion of choice. We're just gonna say time's running out. I think all of these are the same. Again, I'm just gonna like do it this way, whatever.
One chance, Theo.
Dios mío, Pax, I know that. Stressing me out won't make this any easier.
Wait, what? Really? We need to keep going? What if I bully him? So we do actually go through all of them.
Stop being weak.
Yeah, so...
You want to just cower here because you're scared of pissing off your boss? You want to let some weird shadow corporation dictate your actions? Or do you want to take a stand and find out what you're risking your life over?
I'm not scared.
Okay.
You're right. There's no point wasting the night with a crisis of faith when we can do something about it.
This is so stupid. I hate this.
Let's go, Pax. Let's do this. The door to the security office.
Having choice would require the writers to make multiple paths. That'd be work, so that's an absolute no-go. Yeah, I couldn't imagine spending like 5 years trying to, you know, 5 years trying to make compelling, like, story paths that you can explore in the narrative-based game. I couldn't imagine. You know, that's crazy. Someone would have to be very drunk to make porn out of this. That's what bullying does? Never noticed. Yeah, I don't...
I'm going to hell for this.
Yeah, why are we doing this? We don't have to do this. The only choice was to bully him. Screw this game? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Any idea about how to get a hold of Lottie's voice box?
This part is all you, Pax. I can't do it. Jesus is watching. Maybe check if the door is open first.
Close your eyes and think of England. Okay, little buddy, just chill. It's me, Pax. Remember? Hey, you hungry? We might be able to work something out. I bring you snacks, you bring me something that belongs to your human mom.
Do I have anything already? Can I not attempt to gift any of the things I already have? No? Okay. Let's go to the vending machine because we know that it's there. Yeah, they spent 5 years trying to rhyme newborn with porn. Incredible. Absolute cinema. Peak Kino. Nope. Okay. Alright. Anything else? Well. I don't know why I thought the obvious answer would have been the way to go. Because the only thing we really know about the raccoon is that it likes food. Don't tell me we have to vox the raccoon. Oh, I mean, if we do, that'd be really funny. I would laugh pretty hard at that if we did. It's equally as terrible as everything else PAX does, but, you know. Is there anything in here? Ah, I know what will convince it. We have to get the bat. We need to find something to help us win over the trash man. Yeah, I understand that game. Jeez. Jesus Christ, am I right? Oh, there's an echo? Wait, so this echo wasn't here before, and now it's here? Why would they fuck me over like that? Well, this place was fully explored. Anything in here? Any gamer words in here? No? I think you should be rude to everybody to get them away from PAX. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. If I just, you know, sever my ties with everybody, that means that everyone will be safe from PAX. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you tell me to use the vending machine that's up here? First of all, why wouldn't you have either vending machine work? And also, why wouldn't you have the one vending machine that you clearly outlined to the player with a scene? Like, literally a cutscene? Like, instead of this one. What is wrong with you? Alright. God, no shit game we need something to... Okay. That's actually crazy. Keep asking questions and PAX is going to bully you. I would like to see PAX try. That's actually a lie. I don't want that.
You like peanuts, little guy? This is yours if you help me. I need your mom's voice box. Got it? Voice box. You know, the thing she speaks through.
What a terrible individual.
Go get me the voice box. The voice box.
Jeez. Are you
Stupid
kidding
trash
me?
panda.
Shut up, Pax. Yawn. Z, like. What the fuck?
That's not it.
The voice
The
box. Oh,
voice
wow, how
box.
goofy. Guys, the voice, I'm talking to a panda. Or trash panda. I'm talking to a raccoon. The voice box.
Understood you.
I don't know what Gnome did, but they did something
Oh
right.
my god.
Good boy.
Jeez.
Easy as stealing a voice box from a crazy lady living alone in a mall with a pet raccoon.
Please, don't. We've done a terrible thing.
Yeah, why
Let's
did we
just go to
do
the
it?
security room and
Why are
consult.
we doing this? Literally, why?
As soon as we're done.
Oh my god. Sorry, just the place where they put the word seemed very strange. Like, why would you put it here? Right? Don't you think it would be a little bit better if you put it like here or something? No?
Just
Okay.
speak through the voice box.
You. Open door?
Nice impression. Now, let's get this over with.
Yeah, steal stuff in the room that we're trying to... Yeah. Are you kidding me? Compute? That's the action? Alright guys, time to compute. We're gonna compute something. Here we go. Start computing.
It's asking for a password.
Try Decorruption Initiative, lowercase with a hyphen.
That worked. How did
I
you...
worked in Purity for 10 years, Pax. Click that folder.
What are we looking at here, Theo?
I can't hold it around.
More like a database. It's a massive archive, but I don't know what this... Try that folder.
More cryptic names. Wait, some of this looks familiar.
What are you two doing in there?
Unplug it, now.
Why are you awake? Why are you here?
Hey, CT. I mean, Viola. Still getting used to the new name.
Hello. That's okay, so am I. What are you doing here so late at night? In Lottie's office? Where's Lottie? Is she up?
We were just, doing some research for tomorrow, in case we had time to see the sights before her gig.
You could have simply asked me. I have a large database of roadside attractions.
This is torture. I need to leave. That's okay. Honestly, I respect your decision to leave. Like, that's totally fair.
At the time, what do you say we all go to bed? Rest up before our big day tomorrow.
If you like. I apologize for intruding. I was just wondering why you were...
Not at all. It was great seeing you, but we're going back to bed
Ah,
now.
okay.
Pax.
I'm gonna see if we can vox our way out of it. Cause I wanna know what's on the thing. Tell me.
You. Open door?
Nice impression. Now,
Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna trigger the shit out of the bot. Let's do it.
That slot.
It's asking for a password.
Ah, can't skip.
Try decorruption.
Of course it can't.
Lowercase
Ugh.
hyphen.
That worked. How did
I
you...
worked in purity for 10 years, Pax. Click that folder.
What are we looking at here, Theo?
Data. I mean, more like a database. It's a massive archive, but I don't know what this... Try that folder.
More cryptic names. Wait, some of this looks familiar.
What are you two doing in there?
Unplug it now.
Alright. We're gonna hoax the bot. Or bully them? I don't know. Normalize? We could actually normalize here. And be like, this is normal.
That's okay, so am I.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Viola. Theo wanted to help Lottie with her computer. She
I don't even get to vox the bot? Really?
mentioned she was having some software problems, and with Theo being a software engineer and working experience from Purity, it's supposed to be a surprise. So maybe don't tell Lottie or anyone?
Oh, I see. No, don't worry. I won't ruin the surprise. What exactly was the problem?
I am super...
Are you fucking kidding me? Really? I don't even get the option to, like, hoax this person and, like, look at what's on the thing? Are you joking? What the fuck?
Tired. I think I'll head to bed.
Oh my god.
Pax, want to walk with me?
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's actually crazy. That's actually insane.
A job? What kind of job?
Well, we've done as much as we can with the equipment I have, but my employers, they have a proposition.
I think
They
my
want you to come to
brain's
Nova Scotia
actually melting,
to
dude.
continue the work.
Oh, easy. I'll
My
just jump on the first flight
my
and-
brain is like
Wait,
exploding.
There are no flights.
Why
trains,
why
or
are we
even
not
buses.
why didn't I
Right.
get why
So
I don't
they've asked me
what
to
is,
put you in
what
touch
the
with someone.
what the
And this
hell
someone
what the
has a job for
how
me.
why I
Doing what exactly?
Bringing something to Nova Scotia. Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. But Theo's a good man. You can trust him.
So, if I do this job, I get to leave Pacifica and go to Nova Scotia? What happens when I get there?
You get paid.
lost
And you'll have a
lost for
choice.
words.
Stay and help with the research, or go. Like, anywhere you want.
Sounds too good to be true. What's the job?
Aside from what I just told you, I really have no idea. If you accept, Theo will brief you. There's one more thing.
Of course there is.
They're looking for more anomals to expand the research. Now, I haven't told them about, your friends. If you need to bring someone else on board, they'll arrange for that and pay accordingly.
And if I say no?
We part ways, and maybe we don't see each other again for a while. They're sending me elsewhere. To dig deeper into the origins of the proto-language, there are some interesting cave drawings. I want to take a look at it. Sorry, I know this isn't exactly your field of interest. And I know you probably...
Okay, might as well ask questions, I guess.
More about your research.
I mean, I don't know when doing
well,
any of
we've
this
been over
actually
this
affects
already,
anything, so,
but,
you know.
I've spoken about how the proto-language contains the building blocks for all language, including your Vox. But there's so much we don't know. Like, that's why we must continue the work, hopefully with more anomals and all the resources available to us in Nova Scotia. I'll be pursuing parallel research into where and when the proto-language originated. We know it emerged independently in different parts of the world over 50,000 years ago. And we've studied cave drawings, runic languages. I believe we're getting close. Language is the foundation for human consciousness. It's how we make sense of the world around us and how we shape it. It's incredibly powerful.
I okay. All right.
And the way anomals are able to
Yes.
use language to change human perception, we've only barely scratched the surface there. Maybe through all of this, we can figure out how the broadcast triggered your vocals, and perhaps find a way to use this to help anomals and make a better world. I'll miss having you in the lab, but perhaps later tonight.
Any new theories about the noise?
The noise?
The broadcast, sorry. Force of habit.
We know the infodemic.
Yeah, come on, Pax. Just use it. Oh, man. Oh, the noise. Yeah, geez, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Spread viral disinformation through a wide-spectrum signal broadcast from inside the Republic. I mean, that's the one thing everyone agrees on.
Yeah, of course.
And we know the broadcast hit people in different ways. The closer you were to the epicenter, the harder you were hit. It induced paranoia, fear, anger, violence.
Yeah, of course.
It triggered a massive mental health crisis. Turned
Yeah.
neighbor against neighbor. It divided America. And it created you.
Yeah,
anomals.
you're right, yeah.
In a tiny percentage of those exposed, and we have no idea why you specifically, it induced a sort of phonological, morphological, and syntactic metamorphosis.
God, I fucking love when they're like, oh, big word time. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, we gotta throw the big words at them. Hold on a second. Oh, throwing the big words. Throwing the big words so we sound smart. Whoa, throw them in. Throw them in. I cannot believe this game genuinely tries to insinuate that anomal powers are anything like language. Yeah, I don't...
It basically gave you direct and subconscious access to the proto-language in its original form. The language of creation. But, of course, that was 30 years ago, and there's been no new broadcast, no new anomals since the original infodemic. If we can figure out how it happened, then maybe... It's all part of our research into the proto-language, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's so fascinating. Wow.
What
Great.
do your employers want with this knowledge?
There's always a mind-broken Flora segment. Yeah, I mean, I just love being mind-broken. That's why I'm doing it.
The broadcast used the proto-language
I just love
to
it
package and
so much.
transmit
Yeah.
negative memes and disinformation.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Perhaps there's a way to do the opposite. I'm not saying a second broadcast necessarily, but use language to improve lives, transmit facts, truths, positive memes.
No fucking way. Dude, we gotta make sure we spread the positive memes, man. The positive memes. Dude, we gotta send them the good memes. The good memes. The right information. Counteract the original sin. God, that's actually crazy. I mean, I think the thing that's so interesting is that, like, communication is very interesting to me, or just the idea of, I mean, any way that we communicate anything, right? Because again, the purpose is like, having like some kind of collective understanding, I guess, or something. I don't know, right? It's just when it's like, no, you can only say the right information. It's just like, man, that's not my understanding of why we say things, actually. If my understanding of your themes is correct, actually, hear me out. Let me tell you this, Dustborn. If the way that you think communication works and how messages work, like if that is 100%, if you're saying with your whole ass that you think that we should actually just only have the correct memes being said anywhere, positive memes transmitting truth and facts and stuff, Dustborn literally shouldn't exist. Like, actually, if what you're saying is true, right, and we're gonna have some kind of like argument about what is, like, if we're just gonna make logical qualifiers for whether things should exist or should not exist, Dustborn is so immensely in the category of it shouldn't exist by your own logic that, like, why does this exist? Transmit facts, except for when you lie to gain a personal advantage like Pax does constantly. Exactly. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just...
counteract the original sin, so to speak.
Yeah. The original sin was this game existing.
Well know. But in the right hands, if we can use their tools against our oppressors, liberate humanity from the shackles of autocracy, we're idealists, Pax. We want language to be free, not controlled by any single government or entity.
Then why are you making value judgments on what should and shouldn't be said? What? I'm so confused.
But, truth be told, I'm mostly in this for the science.
So anyways, about memes.
How does the meme figure into all of this?
Well, from what you've told me, it's truly one-of-a-kind technology that can translate and rewrite echoes of the proto-language. Well, this could provide us with a whole new perspective of how the proto-language works. I figure this must be something used in the original research and development of the tech used to trigger...
Yeah, maybe the point is that, like, this person, like, we're working for the bad guys, so the... Again, I'm really waiting for the rug pull, right? Like, yeah, there's an infinitesimally small chance the game is aware that the character's in the wrong. Yeah, so here's the thing. Okay. So I have had this theory in my mind for a long time, right? Which is that Dustborn is actually completely self-aware. They know that all of this is wrong. And the reason why they're making you suffer through all of this is because they know that it's wrong, right? That's not how... There was an interview, right? That's not how it sounded like based on the interview. But, hear me out. If Dustborn does do the rug pull and goes like, all of this is wrong, all of Pax's powers are wrong, literally you shouldn't be doing any of this, and this is ridiculous, then that's great. Awesome. I know that the people who made the game aren't fucking insane. But I will still say that the delivery of it is ridiculous, right? And also that there's still a pillar to stand on, that, like, the design itself is bad, right? Because, again, like, as I said going into this, the premise for whether or not Dustborn is good or bad in factor to my analysis doesn't have to do with whether I agree or disagree with what they're trying to say. That was never the point. I can at least, at a personal level, say, okay, thank God they're not fucking insane, right? But the actual pillars of argument that we're standing on are, like, the way that they deliver the narrative, like, the way that all of the other things, like, the reason why this is being streamed and why I am commenting on it at this level is for entertainment purposes. But as far as it concerns actually commenting on why this game is bad or good, has more to do with, like, the other things I was saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, the reason it's bad has to do with there's no other perspectives, we're forced to use our Vox all the time. Pax is consistently a terrible person that you don't want to be, and all of that stuff. So it does a bad job of proving its point. If it wanted to make this point, there are better ways to do it. Yeah. Like, and here's the thing, is that if this was the point that they were trying to make, which again was like, this was a hypothesis we made even way back as far as like the third or second stream, right? Was that actually they're completely self-aware, which is why we watched an interview for this. If they were actually completely self-aware of this the entire time, right? Then I still think the way they went about delivering the message was wrong. Like, they could have done better.
The infodemic broadcast. It's invaluable, but of great value to you, if you can get your hands on it. Of course, if you take the job, it'll get you back into the Republic. And I'm sure Theo can be persuaded to take a detour into Oregon to get the meme. You'd both benefit financially from it, and we would benefit scientifically.
All right, get me out of here, man.
I really should get going.
Did you want to maybe...
Are you hitting on me?
I'm meeting a friend for dinner, but after, sure.
Oh, are we gonna smash? Is that why I'm Pregante?
Look, about what I said the other night about maybe seeing if we can, you know, figure out if there's something here, something more permanent in our...
Bro, I've known you for like 5 seconds.
Oh no. Not again.
Okay. Yep, I see it. Is this guy the dad? I don't know. It maybe seems like the person who gave us the Pregante. Ah, we're tripping balls. Got it. Sup, gamer?
The building blocks of modern linguistics and the entirety of human knowledge into a centralized hub, we have to call it something.
We can do that once we know how to use it. For all we know, it won't even work.
Oh, live a little, John.
Man has weak pull-out game. Let's go. A child! Oh my god! What the fuck is going on?
Paradox is our enemy. Through your words, you serve untruth. Nothing you say is real. You bring chaos to the cosmos.
What is happening, dude?
Brings order to disorder.
What the fuck is any of this?
Get off me. Go do whatever it is raccoons do at night and leave me.
Shut the fuck up, Pax.
What's that light?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, is it gonna be Justice or somebody or Axiom or whatever? Yeah, wow. Oh man, who could have seen that coming? Oh wow, it's a... Who the fuck?
Holy motherfucking shit!
Damn, they really like outlining the PP.
That's not possible. How did they track us down?
These guys were looking for you?
The fuck? Pax? This is not the time, Z. We have bigger problems.
We want to speak with the individual representing this group of unlawful divergence.
Theo?
I have something that might help us, but I need a minute. Keep them distracted.
You have something that belongs to us. Please hand it over, or we will be forced to take it from you. Overseer.
Jesus being abducted by aliens.
She wants to talk to you.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted a chance to chat with you before...
Okay, so I wanted to say that I do think it's really funny whenever they, like, you know, they think that they're slick, right? You know, they do stuff like, okay, well, they crash through the ceiling, like, Jesus is there, like, we're not on the side that Jesus is on, like, they're being framed against, like, Jesus is in the background, basically being like, hey, look, it's my homies, and then this character appears as a hologram on top of Jesus, so it's like, what are the game designers saying about, and they're like, you know, it's like, wow, look at how clever we are by doing these things, right? It's like, you know when they use the framing trick where they put like an object between two characters to show that there's a separation between them? Yeah, that was cool the first time you do it, and you do it in like one scenario. But the fact that they've done it like 7 times since, it's like, you're not slick. This is embarrassing. Stop doing this.
Before things escalate, what did you call me?
Technopope. Overseer.
My title is Overseer. I'm not a pope. I'm a greatest technology under my purview.
Overseer, the connection is poor.
Achievements.
It's like, wow, oh man, oh, technical difficulties, wow, how embarrassing. It's like, man, shut the fuck up, game.
Retrieved by force if necessary.
Are you laughing yet? No, I'm cringing so hard that I am embarrassed to say that I share a, not workspace, what's it called? I share a field with these people.
I think we lost her. My apologies. I'll just relay the information myself. What the Overseer
We're
was
giving
saying...
you a chance to just hand over...
Sorry, Overseer? You go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Dies of cringe. I'm dying of cringe. There's so much cringe. I'm literally dying.
We're offering you a chance.
Yeah.
By all rights, you should be expunged.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to create a peaceful, harmonious society is to cure the disinformation disease and all who are infected. We're not barbarians or murderers, but we have a responsibility to use our technologies and our vast intelligence to set things right, to monitor and censor the use of wrong speak.
Yeah, okay. So what they're getting at here is, okay, so let me see if I understand this. The Puritans are the people basically saying you should censor messages. Oh, okay, so I understand. So we were with the Puritans before, like we were getting researched by them. They were researching us because we're basically the band of outlaws, right? Or miscreants, whatever you want to call them. Like we're the strange people, right? Like just trying to do what we need to do, right? We're like the people we're supposed to be rooting for, and we're gonna censor the wrong speak kind of people, right? Are the people who are like stop saying stuff, or like being tone policey or whatever, stuff like that. Right, but my understanding was that both of these parties are acting the same way, right? Are they not? Like they're basically being the same? No?
Still, return our property, including our former employee who will need to stand trial for his actions, and we'll let the rest of you leave.
I'm not gonna get any other options?
You're not cooperating.
Why is there even a timer on this?
Disappointing. Fine. Adjunct? Use force.
Okay. They might be showing how our group ideology is wrong by having the villain have the same one. Yeah, I don't know. They both want to censor everything apart from the correct message. Exactly. It's like, I don't want to root for either of these
Gotta
people.
say, I wasn't expecting to be fighting these guys again.
You guys have so much explaining.
How do I... Oh.
I swear they were easier to fight last time.
Don't try to defeat them with pure force.
What's wrong with pure force? In my experience, it works.
So do I have to vox them at the point? How do I parry again?
They're susceptible to the molecular phasing, but much less so than humans. It doesn't bode well for my skills or yours.
I love when you talk nerd to us.
Yeah, sure, mock me. You know what, but we're gonna be dead and you're gonna follow my advice.
Okay.
Barely making a dent in these guys.
This is not working.
Where's Theo? Didn't he say he had a plan?
I'm sure he'll come through. Just keep fighting.
We can't keep this up forever. Man, you better hurry.
Max, cover your ears.
What?
Just do it.
Base drop. Okay.
Looks like Theo really came through after all.
An EMP. You should have known to resort to underhanded methods.
Oh, now you decide to talk.
Oh, you really think our methods are underhanded? What do you call all those body
Can I... Oh, I can't use normalize on them? That would be really funny, though.
You suck.
Innovation. Excellent.
Did I just backflip onto the floor? Oh, man.
We don't do well with ultimatums, buddy.
How about you surrender? That upper hand you had is fading fast.
I would never surrender to the likes of you.
The likes of us are gonna
Sorry, the combat is so ridiculous that I'm trying to remember what the narration of the characters actually is. What the narrations are?
That's cheating. You're using our technologies against us.
Preparation is half the battle, bitches.
Well, you just played your one.
I just don't think the devs see the party's ideology as a censoring one. The research dude spewed some stuff about how people should have free speech unimpeded by the infodemic. Yeah, but my understanding was that those... Oh, I guess they're the librarians? Okay, sure, yeah. Alright, okay.
And we brought more resources.
Adjunct. I've been informed that local law enforcement is approaching. You need to leave now. We can't afford to be exposed.
This is our chance. We need to go.
We found you once. We'll find you again.
We will use deadly force if necessary.
Out the back, kids, and hurry. The more.
Didn't we steal her voice box? Did we return that? Why did we return that? Why isn't she asking why her voice box was gone? Did we give it back to the raccoon? I thought we walked our way back and went back to sleep. I'm confused.
Guard are here. I called in a favor. They'll leave us an opening to get to the bus, but we don't have much time.
Come out with your hands.
Viola, get us out of here.
You got it.
We will use
Ah.
deadly force if necessary.
Now both of them are there.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but you're the reason I'm going into hiding.
We're sorry about the library. We had no intention.
It's fine. It was time to retire and call in one last favor with the guard. They were going to run me out of there sooner or later. I know Wasatch County like I know Mr. President's bushy behind. We'll find our way. We have a safe place to go where we can spend our twilight years watching our stories.
Theo's right. We owe you our lives.
You can thank the Mormon guard for that, and the strapping young officer who owed me a favor for taking care of him and his siblings when their fortunes took a bad turn. You folks be safe and don't worry about us. The Weave will take good care of both me and my furry boy. Bon voyage.
Again, I just don't know how those events unfolded when we literally stole her voice box.
You never thought to mention the Puritans were after you. And you made all that fucking fuss about a cover story?
I mean, they weren't really after us. They were...
I mean, they were after us.
We know that now, sure.
What do you mean?
Never leave Pacifica. Until today. We couldn't have anticipated this.
You people are
I wonder why that got hidden. Oh, something you were saying?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I thought you were all about family. Huh? and keeping no
No, Pax is actually a serial liar, Ziggy. I hate to tell you this, but... Hey, welcome, Toast.
secrets.
Well, we did tell you about the Great Purity heist.
Wait, a heist? On Purity? What did you steal from them?
And how did they track us down?
You guys are so much cooler than I thought.
Cooler, stupider, more suicidal.
Hey, we don't know for sure if the
Welcome to the
hijinks led last night to this. Right here, the blame. Strong armed to do it. The last question might be a great segue out.
That's fine.
We're lucky we can avoid questions entirely. I don't know for sure if the hijinks led to last night, but yeah, so this is what happened. This is actually what the answer is.
This is on us. I mean, maybe. Last night, we broke into the market.
Oh, so we were forced to break into the thing to try and access the thing on the thing so that the next story beat would happen. So they actually had no way of having us not fight the people. So what you're telling me is that they couldn't think to let us look at the thing, make it so that we got out scot-free because we emotionally manipulated the bot and just simply didn't have the combat because it wouldn't make sense later that the Puritans are after us, or that this scene had an alternate version where we're actually just completely fine and on our way. Okay, got it. I understand. That's too complicated for them, right? That's way too there's no way they can figure that out. Way too complicated. Got it.
Security room to see if we could access this.
We did it because I thought maybe the package was...
Yeah, stupid Theo. We forced you into it, but yeah.
We wanted to
the cargo. This data key, we plugged it into the computer in Lottie's office.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You put that thing into a Puritan computer connected to the Pacifica network, and you thought that would be fine. You absolute fucking nincompoops.
I'm really sorry.
Yikes. She's right. It was stupid. But we wanted to understand what we've gotten ourselves into.
What is that?
The thing we stole, it's...
classified. Data. Need to know only. It's what Nova Scotia's paying us for.
Oh, so now it's top secret again. Okay.
I thought when they were talking about the heist, I thought what they wanted to talk about was the initial stealing of the data. Not the thing we did last night.
What, you're the only ones who get to ask questions? Unbelievable. I can't.
Which, to be fair, if I wasn't being timed and, like, there was context clues for what they were actually talking about, then, you know, who knows? Because the reason Purity was tracking us, or, like, trying to get us, was because we stole the thing in the first place, not the thing we did last night.
I'm sorry, am I the only one who sees the problem here? You know, that you guys lied to us and put our lives at risk? You know what? Whatever. I need to make a call. I need to make sure my family's okay.
Is she mad at us? Feels like she's mad at us.
I just want to say, you guys are awesome. You're fighters, revolutionaries, fugitives, and thieves.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think like wow, I can't believe how stupid everyone in this group is, and how we have literally no control over how stupid the people in the group are. That's actually crazy. Like, actually just straight up insane. I'm gonna take 5 minutes, I think. And I was thinking about whether or not we continue playing. I actually wonder if maybe I should stop. I think I should stop, actually. Because of, like, commitments tomorrow. And also that I think if I don't give the proper amount of time to have my brain stop melting, that I'm gonna, like, have difficulty going to sleep. Based on how actually, like, the brain rot of this game is, like, affecting me. You know what I mean? It's so painful. Like, I feel pain. You know what I mean? Yeah, to be fair, if they make sense, we just use our Vox powers on them to make them dumb. The game will probably crash my PC soon. Yeah, well, I was thinking of restarting it, right? So it's like, okay, well, if I restart it and then we keep going for another, like, 2.5 hours, then maybe that works. But, yeah, wow, that was, like, so incredibly bad. Actually, insane. Hey, if you're here, if you're still here after that nightmare, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Man, I think we're like almost about halfway through. And, yeah, I'm at a loss, as I normally am at the end of these streams, that I'm surprised how ridiculously it escalated. So yeah, hey, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you for being here. More Dustborn next week. We'll lose brain cells together on this journey, and I'll see you all next time. All right, bye everybody. Bye bye. Goodbye.